Okay, that's better. Welcome to another episode of Melanated Thought, where we talk about things that affect the black community. We got a hell of a show to talk about today. As usual, hold on a minute. Dang it. As usual, what the heck's going on here? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're good. Okay. All right, let's do this again. As usual, I'm Reggie.
And I am Mimi the Lady Parker.
And what a lovely lady she is.
Bomb chicka wow wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy. I don't even know what to start on this show. What about you?
Like I say every week, come back every week, guys. It's something different, something new. Something different, something new.
Well, let me just say this real quick about the show. This is a redo of a show that we was doing previously.
Mm-hmm.
We was doing a show a couple of weeks ago and about this very same subject. But luckily for us, the person that the subject that this show is about keeps on giving us more fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't stopped. So, there's that. Not to mention somebody else has stepped into the mix as well. One Kyrie Irving, which has got a little bit of a controversy. We'll get into that a little bit later on. So this is going to be a twofer. We're going to talk about that and Kanye West as well. So this is the Kanye West Epiphany redo show, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, he has given us more fuel. Has he not, babe?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna wait because I have something to say. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, I don't think this is him. I think this is all a facade. I really do.
You think so?
Yep. Because his every other day, this man cannot be this insane. He cannot be this.
Close-minded?
Oh, I'm gonna say stupid. I just think he's doing this for the giggles and the ha-ha to keep his name in the paper.
You know what? I'm not going to put it past him.
I really do. I would say you quiet. Did nobody know where you were? They calling around looking for you. Now every day you're in the paper.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that's not the case because we know who we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, I don't understand why he is getting so much attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's my question. I mean, that's my biggest question. But
It's like he just choosing people to pick with. Now, the latest one I read about, now he getting into it with Shaq. Now, you don't want to get into it with Shaq.
Oh, he's getting into it with Shaquille. For what?
Yeah. And Shaq told him, leave me alone. Because, Shaq spoke out against the Kyrie Irving thing.
Right. I'll get into that later.
Yeah, and then Kanye, came back at Shaq. Shaq said, boy, I got more money than you. Shut up talking to me.
Well, he ain't lying.
Shut up talking to me. And then turn around and use one of his lyrics from one of Kanye West's songs against him. I said, now he ought to feel like a fool. He using his own music against him.
Damn.
Stupid. I'm finna see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, pull that up. I want to talk. Yeah. I want to talk. I got something to say about Shaq anyway. So but for something completely different. But yeah.
Kanye Cone.
Anyway, while you're doing that, how was your week, babe? How was your 2 weeks, I should say?
It was good. I don't know if you guys know, but last week a couple weeks when we lost power, it was power due to Mother Nature doing her business.
Yeah.
And then last weekend we missed because it was my aunt's 81st birthday. Such a blessing. Yeah, such a blessing. She's such a beautiful spirit. I love her so much.
Yes, she is.
So we went and spent time with them, and now we're back.
Yeah, we're back again.
But other than that, same old working.
Of course.
Be tired, so I pretty much laid around this weekend. I had intentions to do things, but this old body, and this old mind, it's mostly my mind.
Yeah.
My brain. I gotta rest her sometimes. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I can honestly say that to back her up, ladies and gentlemen. She has been tired because normally I would bug her, but I ain't gonna get into detail about that because ain't nobody's business. But anyway, I leave her alone so she can go ahead and get her sleep, so she won't be bothered by me. So that's just what you do, man. Because I know she's tired. It's more mental stress than anything.
Right, it's more my brain from. Oh Lord, bless me with this big old brain. I just
Listen, let me just say this.
I try to use it for good as much as I can, but sometimes she gets tired.
Well, let me say this real quick. I tell people all the time, being that people know what I do. I'm a network engineer. And being that I'm a network engineer, a lot of times, man, it's more of a mental game than anything. Mm-hmm. It's just like with your job. You're an accountant. So, with you being an accountant, you use your brain, 95% of the time?
I feel like 110% of the time.
I was being conservative with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it, but sometimes it gets, and then you go hard in the paint because especially with numbers when you don't balance and you saw it and you're going through 22,000 pages of numbers.
And let me say this, to piggyback off of that, I have seen this woman actually damn near throw the computer screen across the room because she couldn't get something to balance. I'm serious.
I'm anal like that. Kind of like before they were like, well, just if it's under that $99 one, like I said, that $99 one too, I need it down to at least, I say, a nickel and below.
Right.
Because in the interim, it might come back and then I want to be able to explain it, but I think I can explain 5 cents compared to $100.
Yeah, exactly.
But it really depends on the account too. If it's one of those big accounts I'm working on, kudos. But if it's a small account, I just
you want to be down to the penny, man, because I understand
the one that normally balances to zero. Then here we are this month, we're not balancing. Something's wrong.
Yeah, something's up. So,
but other than that, I'm still kicking. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, buddy.
How you been doing, sir?
Same old. Almost got the apartment cleaned out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a given. But other than that, that's about the only thing that's really going on with me. You see me every day, so I come home for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So damn, that's messed up. But anyway, saw my brother this weekend. So for that, hadn't seen my brother since Pops died. And
talk about your niece and your nephew showcase.
Yes. WTS, man. I want to give them a big hand clap for that. And I guess eventually, what I want to do, I want to bounce this off of you and give them a call into the show one of these days, so they can talk about their group and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But definitely, man. My niece and my 2 nephews now, they got a little bit of a rap group going on, and they're pretty good actually. They really are. They got some talent. I give credit where credit's due. I might not agree with what they rap about, but hey, it is what it is. But I know why they spit the way they spit, because that's what's selling now. They want to sell records.
You're just an old fogey, sir. You gotta get with the times.
Nah, I'm just saying, man. I give credit where credit's due, man. But I'm just saying. I think that you should use that platform for something, more positive. But that's just my personal opinion. So, I can't tell them how to, guide their own careers. The only thing I can do is just be a helping hand, which is what I am.
Be a sounding board.
Exactly. That's all I'm doing. But anyway. But speaking of music, I got a new one. It took me a whole 2 weeks to do this song right here, because the beginning of the song is that the very start of that song is actually from the song Somewhere Out There. And that's why I pretty much got the premise of this song from. And it's a really deep song because again, my wife is my muse. I tell people that all the time. If you hear something like this that I produce, she's usually the reason behind it. And just like this song right here. So, y'all check it out. I would love to have somebody sing on it. That would be beautiful. So, what do you think?
Like a slow rap or an R&B singer?
Sing, not rap, sing.
Let me try. You are my starship. Come take. No, that's copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't sue us. Pull it back. Sorry.
Even though Norman Connors is dead now, and so is the guy that was singing it. What's the guy's name? He died recently. God, what's his name? Bass player. I forgot his name that quick. I'll think about it when I start thinking about it. But anyway, he He just recently passed away. He's the one that actually sung the song and wrote it. He actually wrote and sung it, but Norman Connors is the one that produced it. But anyway, there's that. But at any rate, let's get to these books real quick. I got some doozies. Okay, just like the other couple weeks ago. Same books, I just added one to it. Okay, books every black person should read at least once in their lifetime. All right, first book is I Hate Black People Who Hate Black People by David Hunter. The title says it all, man. And the book pretty much talks about black people that hate black people. I call it the Uncle Ruckus syndrome because Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks, he hates black people. He blacker than the Ace of Spades.
Yep.
So, and that's what I liked about the Boondocks, man, because the Boondocks pretty much parodied every aspect of Black America. That's why I like Aaron McGruder. I wish he would continue that series, but he probably won't. I think he's done. I think that the last season, which he didn't really have too much to do with because of I think it was a money thing. They weren't paying them enough, so they hired some more. You could tell too. They hired some more animators to do the actual artwork, but the storylines were just bullshit. But anyway, that's another subject.
Let me interject right here. I don't know if this can relate, but in my spirit, it just came upon me. R.I.P. to Takeoff from the Migos.
Yes.
Everybody know I am a big Migos fan.
Yes.
Stir Fry is my shit. I know what they talking about. Don't hate on me, but I like it. It's several other songs I like, but when you talk about black people who hate black people, I think that's what that was.
Right. We'll talk about that.
I just felt in my spirit that
I'm glad you
right
said
there
that.
should come to that. But
I'm glad you said
rest
that.
up to Takeoff and
oh
his
yes,
family.
definitely. I'm glad you said that. We'll talk about that a little bit later on because there was a story behind that. And we'll get into that. Anyway, get this book. I Hate Black People That Hate Black People. And this next book is kind of like a reiteration of the previous book. It's called I Flunked Sambo University. Written by the same person, David Hunter. So this is the sequel to that particular book, for lack of a better term. Same person wrote that book, David Hunter. So it's kind of like a continuation of I Hate Black People That Hate Black People, and which is a really good book. So check that out. Next book I got is called The Evolution of Modern American of the Modern. I get it out. The Evolution of the Modern American Black by Richard Castinger. I'm sorry, I get it right. Anyway, it talks about. It gives you like a brief history of black people here in America, the foundation of black Americans, for lack of a better term. Gives you that history. So that's a really good read. It's not a long read. It's about 200 pages. You'll probably knock that out in a week, unless you read like us and you knock it out in a day. All right, this one right here is kind of a controversial book. It's called By Hands Now Known, Jim Crow's Legal Executioners, Margaret A. Burnham. That's who wrote that book. Now, when I picked up this book, the first thing I thought about was probably the most famous case of Jim Crow's legal executioners is the story of Emmett Till. That one is the main one that comes to mind. I mean, there are several others, but that's the main one that comes to mind, because those guys that literally beat this young man to death. He wasn't but 15 years old.
Yeah.
When they beat that boy to death, and that's exactly what he was, they beat that boy to death. Nothing happened to the people that killed him. They were laughing in the courtroom because they knew nothing was going to happen to him.
Well, shout out to Whoopi Goldberg. She remade the story, revisited the story. Yeah. And most people are calling for, I think she's like 88 years old. Yeah. Calling for something to be done with her. I mean, I don't know. Would you want her to go to jail? Or do you just want her to be held accountable?
I just want her to be held accountable. To be honest with you, I mean, because if she hadn't lied, because she later recanted her story on several occasions, saying that he never whistled at her in the first place. So that makes you think, what really happened. Was she trying to holler at him and he pretty much shunned her, or what? I mean, what's the deal? I mean, that's what I'm gathering. What do you think, Dave?
I mean, with the story, it's just like his mindset was totally different, because he was coming from north, south.
Right.
And in the south, they know not to look them in the eye. Every time somebody come by, they bow their heads.
Yeah.
They won't speak to him. But he was used to, how you doing? Hello, with his head held high. And they took that as him trying to flirt with her.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
But in essence, he was being polite.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much in a nutshell. I mean, to this very day, I have seen black people, when a white person come around, they hold their head down. No. I've seen that happen here in modern time. But I don't do it.
My grandmother told me, don't you ever, and ever since I don't.
I mean, I don't do it. I mean, I know you don't do it. I know better than that. But I've seen people actually do that. I've seen black people actually do that crap. I mean, I refuse.
And I try to be funny sometimes too. If I walk on the elevator, man, woman, cat, dog, I don't care what race you are, if you don't speak, especially a white person, how you doing? I'll speak first. Nice weather we're having, isn't it? That's just so ridiculous. You see me on this elevator. But, that's just me and my little hiccup.
Hey, it is what it is.
Because I'm thinking, why you not speaking because I'm black?
That's exactly it.
That's exactly it. Well, I'm going to speak to you first. And you choose not to speak, they just let me know your character.
And that's exactly why I didn't speak to you, too, because you were black. Anyway, by hands not now known. By hands now known. Check that out. And this is the book right here that's got everybody buzzing. I read this book in 2015. And it'll pop up on the screen in just a few seconds. I read this book in 2015. And this book right here, it eventually became, the author of the book eventually did a documentary of it. And that's the main thing that got Kyrie Irving in trouble, was the documentary. But I actually read the book. I read the book in 2015. So by Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America by Ronald Dalton Jr. Again, this is a now, and this book was written in 2015, and in 2018 he did a documentary for it. So pretty much the same thing that's in the documentary is in the book. That's nothing different, but it just took the book itself and turned it into a documentary. But I read the book, so, and I can honestly tell you from me reading it, there's no anti-Semitism in this book or in the documentary. I have the documentary, I just haven't seen all of it yet, but if it's anything like the book, then I already know what's going to be said. And there's nothing anti-Semitic about it. But we'll get into that later on down the line. That's the food for thought and whatnot. Anyway, check the book out, y'all. Form your own opinions, please. Don't just go by what people are saying in the media. And that's the biggest thing that I hate about people. Yeah, that's exactly. That's the biggest thing that I hate about people. You're too concerned with what the media is saying. Just because the media says it doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. Malcolm X said this decades ago. He said the media is the most powerful entity on the planet Earth. Was he lying?
Not at all. Well, like, again, some people will, some people won't.
Right. Just form your own opinion, people. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do anyway. That's why God gave you a brain.
Yep.
So don't just take somebody else's word for it just because, they said it was anti-Semitic. Just because they said it was anti-Semitic doesn't necessarily mean so. I mean, it is what it is. But, I made a while back, I posted something on my Facebook page. I said, I could say nigga all day long and nothing will happen to me. But the second I say something about them people, all of a sudden, I'm anti-Semitic.
Maybe I just don't understand what that means. I don't know what the big deal is. What's going on now with it? I mean, it's just not, it's been around forever.
Save it for the show.
So, okay.
Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Anyway, that's the last book that I have. Now, do you got a bold word from a black woman?
I mean, I was looking for the one I did before, but I think when my computer crashed, it went away. But I think I remember I did something with Mara Brock Akil. And
I think it was Toni Morrison.
Was it Toni Morrison? You got her picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see, because I know it was one that everybody know about her. About if you read a book and there's nothing there, if there's a book you really want to read but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. I always like that one. But I had found another one that was relating to this topic about Kanye. Mm-hmm. It was more about talking about mental health and knowing your worth. I can't find it right now, but I'll just stick with that one. If there's a book you really want, since you just did the books, I'll just piggyback off of you. If there's a book you really want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it, Miss Toni Morrison.
That's a good thing, man.
Absolutely.
Because there's a book that I want to write, man. Come to think of it, now that I think about it, there was another example of Jim Crow executioners in Idabel, Oklahoma in 1980. There was a man, his last name is Johnson, Henry Johnson, that was his name, Henry Johnson. He was 15 years old, around about the same age as Emmett Till. He was walking home from a party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told you about this. He was walking home from a party, and he was going through a parking lot of this club that was frequented by, white people. And they saw him going through the parking lot, and they said, this is the lie they told. They said he was breaking into cars. So they took the law into their own hands. They killed that boy, beat him to death. They beat him to death, and then they hung his body on the fence. Kind of like a scarecrow. As an example to all the niggas, basically. So the brothers got together and said, hey, what y'all gonna do about this? And of course the cops did nothing. So the brothers got together and said, okay, you ain't gonna do anything about it? We will. They went to that club that he had walked through the parking lot through, burnt that club down. That sparked the riot in Idabel that lasted 5 whole days. I remember that like it was yesterday because I was there. I didn't go. I wasn't in Idabel, but I was in Tom, because like Tom is like a few miles outside of Idabel. And for 3 to 5 days, nobody could go into Idabel for nothing because of the riots that were going on. I was 8 years old, 8 or 9, but anyway.
So this was in the 70s.
Well, 1980.
It's 1980. Okay.
Yeah, 1980. So, yep.
Lord help us.
And a lot of folks don't know about that riot, but it did happen. It did happen. So Oklahoma has been privy to at least 2 riots. The 1921 Tulsa massacre and the Idabel riots in 1980. So there's that. All right.
Well, that was it. That's the quote. I mean, she has another that I think is profound. It says, kind of relating to today's story, because I think Kanye really need to do this. Freeing yourself was one thing. Claiming ownership of that freed self was another. I think Kanye needs to free his mind. I think he needs to just go somewhere and relax, relate, release, come back, hit reset, and start over. But we'll talk about that later. Okay. But I thought that quote was very profound according to this topic today.
Okay. Do you still have those current events from a couple weeks ago?
I do.
Because they're still relevant today.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
All right. What you got?
The one that kind of just pissed me off the most was the I don't have children. We put that narrative out there, but it's a school that was it was a football team in California, a high school in California that was quote unquote having a slave auction with the football team.
Oh man!
And what brought this to my attention is that I'm a fan of Roland Martin, and I was looking at his live podcast, and it's just ludicrous because he showed the tape of it. They had the black boys sitting in front of the lockers. They had their hands folded around them like they had chains on their hands and wrists, and then something like a necktie hanging down from their neck like it was a chain, and they was bidding on it 5, 10, 10, 50, 50, 20, 50, 20. Yeah. So what made me so oblivious to this is that I thought it was a joke, and then I went back and said, are these black boys not getting taught at home of what to do in this situation? And then I started thinking, if I had children and if I saw my child own this film, what would I have done? it's like I don't know. Then it's sort of, like I said, it make me wonder: do we fault the parents? How these children would stand up here in this situation, or were they trying to make the team? Were they threatened? So I have so many questions, but to see this, it touched my spirit a little bit.
I can honestly tell you that if that were our son, it would take a lot of willpower to refrain from breaking him in two. It really would, because you of all people know how Afrocentric I am. And a situation like this, that would not settle too well with me. And it wouldn't settle too well with his grandfather either.
Nope.
Hell, it wouldn't even settle too well with his grandmother.
I was gonna say, nope, not at all. But I mean, okay, let me play devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Well, they be like, "Oh, Dad, you just been, you're blowing it all out of proportion. It was just fun and game. It was just humorous."
Okay, so you telling me that 400 years ago, your ancestors got the bloody backs for breaking eggs? That was humorous? You mean you tell me that 400 years ago, your great-great-great-grandmother was getting raped by the overseer, the master, and sometimes the master's son? That's funny too? You mean to tell me that 400 years ago, people risked their lives and their children's lives to get out of that situation? That's funny too?
It just makes you wonder, like, is history not being taught in the schools or at home?
Both.
It's totally disturbing, because it's like, are you that treatment, no matter what, is not funny.
Well, see, think of it is, baby.
Shouldn't be tolerated or anything.
I agree with you on that. But the thing of it is, baby, and you know it should be true yourself, the whole thing about critical race theory, this goes along the lines of that. Now, this is the reason why critical race theory needs to be taught in the schools, to prevent situations like this, because these students, and I'm pretty much guarantee you it was a white student's idea. I know it was. I know it was. You can't tell me different. Nobody can tell me different. It was a white student's idea to do this bullshit. So, I mean, and
I don't know.
I'm like you. I question the mindset of these black students that actually went along with it.
I don't know. It's just, I'm not saying go around all the way talking about, pro black, you know, whatever, to each his own. But when you're in a situation like this, these not little kids. Like, if this is a second grader or a third grader, okay, perhaps. But these are teenage young men.
Which means they should know better, right?
They should know so much better.
Right. I agree.
And so I just agree with Roland on this one. You know, some things Roland do I don't agree with, but on this one, I'm behind him 100%. I would have whooped my child ass. I would have whooped him all the way from the school, all the way home. We went to sleep, woke up, whoop his ass again. Because this is showing that,
let me tell you something.
Either you're not getting it, something's not clicking in your head, that you will sit there and put yourself in this position like this.
Let me tell you something, babe. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, if that was our child. Hypothetically speaking, if that was our child. See, you probably would whoop his ass. Then you know, you already know most mothers always say the same thing. Wait till I tell your father. Now, him knowing who his father is, as Afrocentric as I am, as pro-black as I am, as anti-white supremacy as I am, he would know that he was going to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Now, he wouldn't get his ass whooped, he get his ass kicked. And then I'm on the phone, I'm talking to his grandmother, I'm talking to his grandfather.
Oh my God, Miss. Oh my God.
You know who my stepfather is.
Lord bless him.
Exactly. Because I could pretty much guarantee you, my stepdad would come up here and say, "Boy, get out of the middle of the street while I start the car," and run his ass over.
It's just sad though that if 2022 we have, first of all, just sad. Even if it was a joke, it's not funny.
Now you don't joke about something like that.
And then to do it in 2022, somebody's recording it, like, you know, What about?
Yeah, the loss of words. Exactly. So.
No, moving on. But shout out to Roland for bringing this story to light, because I was like, "Is this a joke? Can't be a joke."
When you told me about, I was at work when you told me about this, and when I saw that, I'm like, "Oh hell no, not now."
Yep.
Not
2022. California, mother.
California's supposed to be all liberal and shit like that. Yeah, come on now. I keep telling people, man, California is a hotbed for racism. Moving right along.
Right. Now here's another story that made me absolutely sick to my stomach. Custodian arrested in Houston after allegedly urinating in woman's water bottle, giving her STD.
Damn.
I don't put his name out there, so just in case y'all come across him. His name is Luciano Catarino Diaz. They're charging him with aggravated assault. Now, after reading this story, I'm just going to give you a little synopsis of it. She worked in an office building. Like most of us do, we have our water bottles on our desk. Make sure we get our water intake every day. They get the little reminder on our smartphones to drink water, because I know I do. So she was doing that, and then she said she started noticing this smell coming out of it, but she didn't think nothing about it. And then she asked her friend to look into it, and in the middle of the bottle, it was yellow. And then kind of find out that the custodian had been urinating in her bottle, and then he admitted to it that he was doing it, and that he also rubbed his genitals around the mouth of her bottle, and that's how she possibly got an STD. How you know she got an STD? Because she works kind of like in a doctor's office. He tested the you know how they do the swab of your mouth with the DNA? They did that with her test, and they took his sample of his blood and her blood, and kind of found out they both had the same STD. At first, I was like, could this be possible? Could this just be a toxic relationship gone bad, and she don't want everybody to know that she dated him, and so now she's trying to get him fired because of this? But this man admitted that he did this, and then he admitted this is not his first time. So now everybody in the office probably wonder, hey, he touched my cup.
Exactly.
He touched my cup.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is some sick shit. This world is coming to, I don't know, I like my grandma would say, this world is coming to an end with gasoline draws on, and this right here has solidified it for me. You're supposed to be in them offices emptying the trash and go on your day, but you're picking up this woman water bottle, pissing in it, and then rubbing your dick around the mouth of it, and probably putting your dick in the cup of it. And then they kept asking, why did you do it? He said, I guess I got a fetish. But why her cup though? So I have questions. Why her cup? Why you didn't get your own cup?
But she wasn't the only one though.
That's what I'm saying. So why you pick up? Get your own cup. But you go around the office picking up other people's cup. Oh my God. But then I question her too. If you put something, I do that now. Anybody who know me, if something on the I sniffs it first.
Yep, she does.
So if you sniff it and it has an odor, why continue to use it, ma'am?
I wouldn't.
Unless, like we said previously, unless her nostrils are shot to hell.
Shot to hell, yeah.
And she can't smell anything, I give her a pass. But it took for your coworker to look in and see that it was yellow. Come on, man. Oh my God.
Here's the thing. We all know what piss smells like. If you don't, you got a pretty good idea what pee smells like.
And eat some onion. Well, I know with mine, when I eat, I be like, whoa.
Oh,
but I love onion. You know what I'm saying?
Does.
So it's like, you know what it smells like.
And I take vitamin B pills.
Mm-hmm.
And vitamin B smells all too be damned.
And that's why I take fish oil pill.
See?
And everybody know fish oil pill. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It cleans you out, but it cleans you out for real.
It sure does.
So
but,
I don't know, something with this story. I'm having empathy toward her, because now she has an STD, and I think she has the one that she'll probably live with for the rest of her life.
Oh.
Yeah. So I feel sorry for her on that aspect, but then again, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. Now it make me wonder, when all those times I had my cup at work.
Well, see. Yeah.
Yeah. Then they set up, and I know people wonder how they caught him.
They set up a camera. Yeah,
she set up a camera.
And there he was,
going to town with the cup. Ooh, baby, yeah, I like that. That's sick. That's just sick. What is this word? It's just something not clicking upstairs.
I'm just going to be honest with everybody here. I used to have I'm going to go ahead and tell this real quick about myself. I used to be really, really, really bad tempered, real bad tempered when I was younger. Now, I have, thanks to my martial arts training, I have mellowed out a whole hell of a lot. But I can honestly tell you, it would take the armies of the world to hold me back from breaking my foot off in his ass.
That's disgusting.
That's just nasty, man.
Well, right now, at the time of this story, you know, God, first of all, he's over here illegal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now he's being held on an immigration hold, so maybe he didn't know what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing.
Maybe he just thought that maybe her cup looked like a sex toy. I don't know. These sex toy these days, you be like, what is that? Is that a lipstick tube? It's not a lipstick tube. I mean, I'm going off subject, but I'm just saying something must click with him that, you know, I don't know. Moving on.
Moving right along, baby.
Well, this is another story right here that got me hostile.
Uh-oh.
Everything in Texas now. A Texas mother releases video of assistant principal tossing her special needs son into a wall. Now the district is allegedly offering her $10,000 measly dollars. Yeah, to delete the post. First of all, hell to the no. I'm not deleting anything. I'm gonna let it go viral if possible, because you are an assistant principal. First of all, the baby had he wasn't what you call it,
mentally challenged.
Yes. So you knew this from the jump. You knew he had special needs. He has something like an emotional disturbance. First of all, because this is the type of school that it is. Let's start there. This one no run out. This is the type of school that it is. So, you know, you have to handle those type of children with care.
Yes.
And so he just got tired of the boy doing the same thing and yelling. So he just pushed the little boy up against the wall. I just don't get it. And then he just said, well, I know I'm going to lose my job anyway, but I just got tired of him yelling.
And let me just put this out there.
Yelling and cussing at the teacher. Yeah.
Let me put this out there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
My sister is mentally challenged.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I have gotten into many a fight over my sister because people were messing with her.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, if that were my sister, not only would everybody in my household would have beat that man down, we would have had some people come out of town to beat this motherfucker down. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth, because this story right here kind of hit me a certain way because I have a sister that's like that. I'm very protective of my sister. I always have been. I always will be. You go afoul of her, you go afoul of me. Mm-hmm. Now, this woman sitting across from me knows I'm very protective of the women in my life. Mm-hmm. That's just how I was raised. My sister, I'm very protective of her. Again, I've gotten into many a fight over my sister, and I will continue to do so. But this right here, yeah, he needs to lose this. He needs to. No, I'm being petty again. I'm being petty, but I don't care. He needs to have his ass whooped. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Now, somebody like Kimbo Slice or The Rock need to pick his ass up and throw him against the lockers or against the wall and see how he like it.
I could do you one better. Let Michael J. White do it.
You know, yeah, do it with their feet. What you call it when they do it with their feet? Kick. Yeah, that's what he needs. He needs somebody to do the same thing back to him and see if he likes it.
10 times. 10 times.
It takes a special person to be a teacher.
Especially a special needs teacher.
But he's a principal, though.
Yeah. Come on, of a special needs school. Think about that for a second.
School, yeah.
Nah, I couldn't do that, man. That I would have to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
That's just me. I would have to hurt somebody.
People said, you ought to be a teacher. You got the card. No, because I know, no. I know.
Well, see, especially with, and somebody had told me that too. I should be a teacher as well because I taught martial arts for years and years and years. But I told people, teaching someone how to throw a punch and trying to teach someone something that's going to get them through life is two different things.
Absolutely.
Okay, because these children nowadays.
Not all, but most.
Most of them.
Most. You be like, oh Lord, I just want to lay hands on you. Not in
You
a
remember
good
that
way
one story?
either.
You remember that one story we had in current events about that student that kept coming into class that wasn't supposed to be there, and the teacher got into his ass.
And he threw a chair at the
He
teacher.
threw a chair. Yeah, he threw a chair at the
over here
teacher.
in DeSoto, Texas.
Yeah.
I don't blame that teacher either. You ain't who you think, boy. You don't. Yeah.
I look at it like this, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out there, and people can say what they want to say about me. I really don't give a shit. If you put yourself in a grown man's position, you're gonna get treated like a grown man. I don't care how old you are. You throw a chair at me, oh, it's like that. Let's go. I don't care how old you are.
Well, let's go into this story. This is one that's, I don't know.
It's another one.
Yes.
Oh,
slavery is on the ballot in these states.
Oh.
As you all know, this Tuesday will be a time and a place where we will see if Mr. Herschel Walker is going to get
Get that Senate seat.
Get the Senate seat. But then there's other states as well that has other different laws and ballots that's on their agenda. More than 150 years ago, it was officially outlawed in the United States. Slavery will be on the ballot in 5 states in November.
Which 5 states?
So in this November, the states of Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee, and Vermont will decide on state constitutional amendments. Why? That's not like why. If somebody is making $7.25 now these days for a minimum wage, to me that's slavery enough.
That's slave labor.
People who be standing outside on front of these jobs waiting for somebody to come pick them up for day labor, that's technically slavery. So why would we want to revisit that and make that something that you will need to vote on in 2022, 2023?
This shouldn't even be a question. It really shouldn't. I mean, back during the Senator Warnock, Herschel Walker, if you want to call it a debate, I call it a big joke. They asked both candidates, raise your hand if you think that minimum wage should be raised to $10 an hour or something like that. Neither one of them raised their hands. Neither one of them. Now, that let me know flat out how both of these candidates are thinking. Even though they're on 2 different sides of the political spectrum, they have that in common. They don't want to raise minimum wage for whatever reason. Because you know for a fact, babe, we got people in our family that are making $7, $8 an hour, and they can't even pay their damn rent.
No. Hell, we are living in slavery the way this gas and these groceries prices are these days.
Oh, I was going to talk about that later on. But we'll talk about that later.
We are already in recession almost, so why would you even entertain something like this? Is laughable.
Well, I ain't going to put our business out there.
This is laughable. But then they said 3 states, including Colorado, Nebraska, and Utah, they've been trying to get this since 2018. So this is other states who, why are we going backwards? Why can't we go forward and fix the shit that's out here now? Why are we revisiting old shit?
That's a good question.
I mean, it happened. We got passed. We passed laws on it. It's prohibited. Move forward.
I agree.
Somebody's stuck in it. That's why Lord, I know all of us need a job, but some of them people they got up there in that White House, they need to come on,
get up,
take your retirement, go on, get your rocking chair, sit on the front porch.
I agree.
Get your little keys, go play bingo, croquet, and come on back to the house and eat your supper around 5:00 and go to bed about 7. Come on, let's keep it 100 here. Why are we revisiting things like this?
Well, we shouldn't be. I mean, slavery shouldn't even be an issue. It really shouldn't. It should not even be close to being on the ballot. Because if I was running a state I would be looking to say, really, this is on the ballot? Get this shit off of here.
The 13th Amendment stopped that. Then here they are with the Roe versus Wade. And now I heard the other day that what's his name? The other coon that's the justice.
Clarence Thomas.
Yeah, he trying to revisit taking. Now I don't know how this is going to be. He's thinking about revisiting some of the laws they done gave to gay people. Now they finna start messing with them. Now you know it's finna be a shitstorm now. Them gay people don't play.
Let me tell you something, man.
Gay people don't play.
Now, let me just put this out there for the record. Now, I totally 100% am against that type of lifestyle. But it is what it is. I would never tell somebody. Mm-hmm. I would never tell somebody who they can and can't be with. That's your business.
That's
I could care less.
That's right.
But if he's gonna go against them, they got long money.
That's what I'm saying. He gonna lose that fight. First of all, what are you revisiting? You already done gave it to. Now you trying to take it back? You gave them all these laws, and rules and regulations that was in their favor, 100%.
Gay people got more laws on the books than black people. Think about it.
What they call themselves trying to what is right or wrong? Is what they trying to do? Why revisit? You done gave it to them. Let them have it.
Yeah, let them have it.
Let's work on some of this new stuff. Why we don't have gas here? We have all the machinery, the equipment to drill for. Why we can't make gas and oil here?
Well, see, here's the thing about that.
Why we still getting stuff overseas?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Why we still sending billions and billions of dollars to these foreign countries who ain't gonna never pay us back?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Who are our allies?
We don't have any. See, here's the thing about it. I'm glad you asked those questions. I really am, because alternative fuel sources have always been on the agenda. Because they said, I want to say about 40 years ago, eventually the fossil fuels are going to run out. Mm-hmm. Okay? And they also stated that if they don't run out, the countries that own those fossil fuels are going to start getting the big nuts and start hanging it over your damn heads.
Right.
What's going on right now?
So how can they have it over there and we can't have it here?
Good question.
We got all kind of desert. I'm sure if y'all start digging out there, y'all find something. You drill out here in Texas all the time, you'll find. You drill out the way we go to Oklahoma, you'll find something.
You'll see.
So why don't we tap into that? Why do we feel we have to always go across the water?
Well, again, see, those foreign countries know that their economy is based on fossil fuels. But again, like I said, that's why. Let me just say this real quick: the electric car has been around since the late 50s, early 60s. Mm-hmm. Okay? The reason why it was never in mass production is because the oil and gas industry kept it down. Okay? The lobbyists for the oil and gas industry said, no, we're not going to put this into production because that's going to be a problem for us. We'll go broke. And that's the biggest problem right now. That's the reason why the electric car, think about this for a second. Every electric car out there on the market is high as a cat's back.
Yeah.
And that's the reason. The reason why they did it like that is so the oil and gas industry can still have a foothold on the American economy. That's the reason why.
I remember when I was in college, I thought by now, 2022, we'd be up in the sky like the Jetsons.
Yeah, everybody thought that.
That's how they portrayed it all to be.
Everybody thought that, yeah.
So what happened? Tesla? What happened?
That's a good question, man. Mm-hmm. And speaking of Tesla, I'm going to talk about about Elon Musk as well. We'll get into him later on.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go ahead and talk about this Kyrie Irving. Well, I guess this is part of the show topic because I don't have it anymore. Yeah. Everything is about somebody calling somebody a nigga, or teachers calling students niggas. I'm just tired of reading these stories.
I got you.
We gonna have to get some better people. I know we need teachers. I know, but we're gonna have to start vetting people a little bit better.
I agree.
And I know a resume can make you look 100% amazing.
No doubt.
But we're going to have to start digging into these people's backgrounds.
I agree.
Emotional background, physical backgrounds. Because it's always funny when something happened. They always say, well, when he was in college, he did dress up in blackface. Or he was arrested because he assaulted a black lady. Why does this always come up when stuff like this happens? So, shout out to our children. Stand your ground. I always say, why the first thing people do is keep recording so we can know what's going on. Because these teachers and principals are getting out of hand.
Yep.
Moving on to the show's topic.
Okay, let's talk about it.
First of all, when you came to me with the show topic, I was like, Epiphany. What does Epiphany mean? And I was confused because I guess I was looking at it as a biblical standpoint, and it says a manifestation of a divine or supernatural being.
No.
And then I asked you, and you told me
it was a puzzle. There should be more than one definition. Okay. So, but anyway, yeah.
Let me say it says so. An example of an epiphany. This is what I had. Often, an epiphany begins with a small everyday occurrence or experience. For example, in the middle of a typical argument with his wife, a man realized he has been the one causing every single argument, and that in order to keep his marriage, he must stop being such an aggressive person. So then I thought out like, this is why I say Kanye West is doing this for show, because let me see, he been married to her about 5-6 years. Let's say 10 years ago, Kanye West was doing what?
Kanye West
making amazing clothes, putting out some good ass music that caught my attention.
Let me say this about Mr. Kanye West. Before, I'm going to go ahead and say the K strain. Before the K restraints, I'm not going to even mention the name because I can't stand it anyway.
The what? Say it again.
The K restraints.
Okay. Yeah,
okay. Before the K restraints, Kanye West, like you said, was putting out fire ass music.
Right.
I mean, those first 3 albums of his, classics. Hands down.
Yep.
Hands down.
I need to spend my money on it.
College Dropout. Late Registration. Graduation. Those are my favorite 3 Kanye West albums. Those albums was off the chain.
Yep.
Okay. Production wise, dope as hell. Lyrics, funky as hell. And then he said something that really made me look at Kanye West. He said, George Bush don't like black people. I said, thank you, Kanye West. Finally, a rapper in this day and age got something good to say.
That was profound.
Yeah. I said, thank you, Kanye.
And what they say on Rock, and then they flip that shit like this. And
then a few years later, he marries that woman.
I'm not gonna blame it on Kim.
I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm not gonna say it's her fault.
They do have a reputation of twisting the mind of black men.
You ain't lying.
But then what got me is when he started. He put out the song "Jesus Walks," caught my attention. Some of the lyrics. But then when he started trying to call this now, I see, you want me to call you what now?
Jesus.
No.
Nah, bro.
Nah. Jesus? Possibly.
Nah, I wouldn't
Jesus,
even do that.
Hell to the
I wouldn't even call him that. And then, and then he started his own religion.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, people started following him.
100%. Thousands and thousands of people gravitated to this man's so-called outside church. Come on. That's blasphemy to me. I'm sorry. I don't play with stuff like that. I do not. But then from there, it just started trickling down. Insanement, retardedness, for the better lack of a better word, that's how I feel. It's like what you call it, bipolarism, mental healthism. He just started doing. He'd be like, what? Like Cat Wilson, what? I think this is for a show. This man's mother was a profound professor.
Yeah. Well revered, well renowned.
And so that's what I was saying. I don't mean to bring her up, but that's what I was trying to tell y'all 2 weeks ago about my cousin. Some people grieve loss differently.
I agree.
And I'm wondering if he just have not gotten over the grief of losing his mother. Maybe something didn't reach all the way up to the brain, and it's just stuck in limbo. And that limbo is what we're getting now.
Let me say this about Kanye West, and I'm sure you would agree with me. When his mother was alive, Kanye West is cool as hell.
That's what I'm saying. For me to go out and buy any of his music, my coins, come on now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's you want to feel sorry for him, but in the interim, where which he's come. pretty sure you guys have seen his documentary. Is that on Netflix or Hulu or Prime? Whatever the one we saw it on.
That was Netflix.
And I learned some stuff. I didn't know he had made that much music for other people before he even got in the market. On the mic per se.
Yeah.
And then when he eventually got on the mic, he made some nice stuff.
Well, the thing of it is, Kanye West was a really big fan of a producer called No ID. I like No ID. No ID was dope as hell as a producer. I don't know if he's still doing production or not, but back then he was funky as hell. So Kanye West kind of like got his start with him. And so he started doing music production for a whole bunch of different people. Okay? One of the people that he produced is one of my favorite MCs out of Houston, Scarface. So, and he did some funky shit for him. And he went on and kept on producing music for other people and producing music for other people till and his most famous person that he worked with was, of course, Jay-Z.
And I don't even think they talk now, do they?
Last I heard, they didn't. Damn. I don't know. I really don't know.
Probably not after he did that Garrett Awards like that. Probably not.
Probably not. But anyway, one of Jay-Z's classic albums, The Blueprint. Classic album. Kanye produced that whole album.
Yeah. And I liked that too. I bought that one too.
Yeah, Kanye produced that whole album. Now, I can honestly tell you, one artist too, from an artist perspective myself, Kanye West is a hell of an artist. He's really, really, really good. So he's hella talented.
Now? Is he
he's
one
hella
now
talented.
Or then?
Then, back then.
Yeah, then, yeah. Now
let's speed up a few years. Now let's speed up a few years. After his mother passes away. And I agree with you on that point. After his mom passed away, he was a completely different person. I don't know if he's still grieving for his mother or what. Okay. But after that, he started, messing around with them K people. I'm not going to get up into I'm not going to say their names because, their whole family, in my personal opinion, is dysfunctional. But he started messing with them K people, them K women. One in particular that's been around the block a few times, but I ain't gonna go there. But anyway, and after that, he just went downhill from there. He was talking about slavery was a choice. He was calling Donald Trump his white daddy. He starts hanging around Candace Owens talking about White Lives Matter, wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt. Now, as far as White Lives Matter is concerned, saying White Lives Matter is just like saying if you stand out in the rain, you're gonna get wet. Yeah, we know that. If you put your hand on the hot stove, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna get burned. Oh, really? So, I mean, and people cancel Kanye West alone. Black people as a whole cancel Kanye West a long damn time ago when he said that A, slavery was a choice, and B, he called Donald Trump his white daddy. Come on now. Black people have pretty much canceled Kanye West. But now, here recently, the reason why I brought this up about Kanye, he did an interview on Drink Champs, a 3-hour interview. I saw the whole interview. And what he was saying, I agreed with some of the things he was saying, but I knew that once he got finished saying what he was saying, that those people, I'm not going to mention who they are because I want them trying to come after me next. When he said something about those people out there, I knew what was going to happen. I said, they're going to shut Kanye down. Those are my exact words. I said, they're going to shut his ass down. They're going to get him. But Kanye West, during that interview, said he could say something really, really stupid and Adidas wouldn't drop him. That's what he said in that interview.
Okay, this is where I found it. Okay, this is what happened to it's on the line. Balenciaga has stopped working with Kanye. His talent agent has dropped him. His albums are down 23%. His bank cut ties. Well, now you got to be off with a bank cut ties. What bank wants you to move millions of dollars out their bank?
Billions in some cases.
His record label, Good Music, is no longer part of Def Jam. His new lawyer has dropped him. No access to posts on main social media platforms. That means he can't get on nobody's platform. Twitter, TikTok, nobody. Vogue has cut ties with him. He loses $1 billion black man status after Adidas terminate the deal with him.
Well,
and he laughs at that and said, "Do you guys think I'm poor?" It's not about that, boy. It's the principle of you was a black man that was considered a billionaire.
But here's the thing about that. I say all that to say this. It's very true. That just means one thing and one thing only. And I told you this before. Kanye West got that nigga wake up call because he thought that just because he had all this money and all this notoriety that he was untouchable, just like white people. Well, those white people took all this shit from
Took
you
him overnight. Yep.
You got that. That's called a nigga wake up call.
But why? That's what I'm saying. That is not normal. There's something. Okay, something's missing.
I'm telling you. That's what it was.
If you think about it, he went from a billionaire status to a measly 400 million.
I mean,
whatever.
I agree with it. And I said that to people, man. Oh, he ain't a billionaire no more. So he still got millions.
He's still a millionaire.
It ain't like he broke.
Not at all. But I guess it's just a principle thing. It's kind of like, now let's tie into this Kyrie Irving thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they want you to just be thankful what you have, bow your head down, do your job, leave the arena, go home. Kanye, go into the studio, go to these arenas, perform for the masses, your fans, go home. If you are going to have an opinion about anything, you really can't, because they going to get in your ass. It shouldn't be like that, because we should have freedom of speech. We work hard for that. Our ancestors work hard for that. But in this day and age, they'll make you dwindle down to having zero.
Guess who else?
Nothing.
But guess who else it did like that? Remember Nick Cannon?
Yep. Pretty much.
Nick Cannon
they
said
tried Michael Jackson.
Nick Cannon said the same thing that Kanye West said the same thing that Kyrie Irving said.
Sure did.
That Jews were originally black. That's not anti-Semitic. It's the truth.
That's what I was saying when the show first started. Explain that to me. Why are they making a big difference about that? We've known this. I've learned that when I was in my freshman year at college.
Yeah.
Because I never knew there were black. Oh, I knew there were Jews, of course, but black Jews.
Yeah.
No.
The first.
So why is that such a big deal today?
It's a big deal today because the Jews. Well, shit, I'll go ahead and say it. I don't give a damn because I ain't gonna apologize. The Jews don't want people to know their history. That's the problem. I'm not being anti-Semitic. I'm just telling the truth here. I'm not saying anything negative against Jewish people. I don't have anything against Jewish people. I'm just saying that the original Hebrews of old were black. That's a known fact. That's history. So you're going to dispute history? It's history. I'm not saying anything bad about Jewish people. I'm just telling the truth. And that book that I got, there's several books on that subject. That's just one of them. That book, Hebrews and Negroes, that's just the black Hebrew Israelites' take on that whole situation.
That's their but that's their thought.
That's their dogmatic point of view.
Exactly. So how would they even be? Because I just looked
it's
up.
It's not anti-Semitic.
It says hostile to or prejudice. Wait a minute. Hostile to or prejudice against Jewish people. If they're giving their feelings, how is that being hostile towards them?
That's not being hostile at all.
Kyrie posted a link on his platform. How is that being hostile? He didn't say nothing. He just posted a link.
That's all he did.
So how's that hostile?
And he's going through all of this. I stand with Kyrie.
They done suspended him.
Yep.
They making him pay almost half a billion. I think like $500,000.
Yeah.
$500,000. $500 million. They want him to apologize
for something he didn't even do.
They got 6. I saw today. I need to look it up. They got 6 other things he needs to do before he even get reinstated back into the NBA. I think he gonna do just like he did last year because of the COVID. He gonna sit down and he gonna be another Colin.
Yep.
Colin.
Yeah. Colin. Same thing. Yeah.
I feel like he finna be. We had one in basketball. I think Kyrie finna be the one in NBA. Just can't say nothing, can't do nothing. Ain't nobody want to work with you because they gonna think you're a troublemaker.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But first it started, he was saying the world is flat.
That's his
then
business.
because he said something about black men and white women, something he was saying back then.
Yeah.
Then he said that he didn't want to take the shot. Now he talking about that. I think he'll be listed as a troublemaker, and he gonna lose out on millions of dollars. He's a talented player,
No doubt.
very talented.
Oh, no doubt about it. He's bad.
Skillful.
He is bad.
But he gonna be sitting on the bench like that football player
Mm-hmm.
because of something that his thoughts. So you mean tell me I can't have my own mind now?
That's exactly it.
That's sick.
That's exactly
That
it.
is very sick. So what did our ancestors fall for all these years?
Good question. I'm glad you asked that question.
And I feel the same thing about Kanye. You're right. Kanye is getting it. But see, stuff like this, what's on the screen right now, this White Lives Matter, I didn't notice until the other day. Everybody know I look at CNN every night, try to anyway. It's 2 young black men who filed trademark for the word White Lives Matter. And then I think you was sleeping, and I said, hey, come look at this. And I thought they was doing it as a joke.
No.
Why did they say they do it?
Because they don't want to get into the wrong hands.
Why? That's exactly what they said.
Yeah. That's why.
So
That's why I gave those brothers the.
So
That's
if
why I
they
gave them
saw this 10 years, I think they did this in 2000. I want to say 2008, I think. But they are the trademark owners of that phrase. So is Candace on this screen here? That's Candace Owen and Kanye West.
Yeah.
Are they trying to make T-shirts to sell because so they can get sued because it's trademark for someone else? So what's the use? What is it all about?
Well,
Make it make sense.
well, see, like I said, saying White Lives Matter is like it's like saying if you stand out, if you jump in the ocean, you're gonna get your full of sea salt.
It's a given.
Yeah, we know White Lives Matter. They've always mattered.
Okay, here. No, they just did it. It became officially their trademark on October 28th. Oh, they just did this.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
yeah. They just did it. And like they said, they didn't want to get into the wrong hands.
And look who hands it got in. Candace.
But that was after
freaking-
the fact. That was after the fact.
Jesus.
That was after the fact.
Why would she even do that? I mean, I know she's.
Well, Candace Owens got disdain for black people anyway.
But it don't even make sense. Why would you even say white? That's been given from the start of time. Everybody know White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
They pretty much showed when they hung our ancestors.
Yeah.
When they mistreated the Indians and took their property for them.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been a given. So why does it have to be prolific on the back of a shirt? And the reason why they said Black Lives Matter because a lot of black people were getting killed.
I know that, and you know that, but you know that's but the way
They twisted
people,
it, and I
but
hate
the way people
twist
like Candace Owens thinks, they think that we're trying to say that only Black Lives Matter.
No, they twist the narrative of it
No,
and make
exactly.
it look so negative.
There you
and
go.
That's not true.
There you go. There you go. That's exactly what they're
Do
doing.
your homework, baby girl.
Yeah, but Candace Owens is notorious for that. Well, see, let me just say this real quick. Before, in the beginning, Candace Owens was pro-black. She was real pro-black.
I remember that.
I don't know
Her
what happened.
And Angela Ray and
Angela
Rye.
Angela
How you say
Rye.
her last name?
I can't stand her either.
What's that other black one? Simone. I used to love.
Simone Sanders.
I can't stand neither one of them.
I can't stand either one of them.
Cause I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, really.
What happened?
Yeah, good
All
question.
three of them at the same time?
Good question.
I'm like, come on. And I used to go hard for them in the paint. I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
Young black sisters, yeah.
Yep.
All of them. And I'd be like, oh, no. I don't even, nothing I see them on, I don't even look at. I used to look at some, I don't even, nothing. Nothing at all. And I should have known something was wrong with Angela when she stopped coming on Don Lemon show.
But you know what happened though? But you know who else is? Well, she has disdain for black men in general.
That's what everybody said. But see, she dated Common though.
Who?
Angela.
Yes, she did, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Cynthia G is even worse than all of them. You remember?
You just introduced me to her, and I'm just shocked.
I'm not. She can't stand black men for some dumb ass reason.
I saw some of her old. I'd be like, oh Lord.
She's stupid, ain't she?
Okay, just like this, where are they getting this from? How is this all of a sudden you go hard in the paint for your own people, and now you're one of the biggest naysayers of the whole culture? Why?
That's a good question. I've been trying to figure that out for the longest, man. I've been trying to figure that out for the longest, but you know.
I know we have some coons. I know we have some sellouts. Shout out to Herschel Walker. But come on, it's just becoming so prevalent. Now it's like everywhere you turn the corner, there's another. There's another. Be like, damn, ain't nobody gonna stand for the culture no more.
Nope. It's not profitable to them.
So again, we go back into the almighty dollar.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you'll sell your soul out for $1?
Come on now.
Dollars?
Well, see, thing of it is, and these coons, they do it because they are looking for the approval of their white paymasters. Shaquille O'Neal. But anyway.
No, wait a minute now.
I'll go ahead and say it, man, because let's get on Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley right now.
Okay.
Charles Barkley, okay, I expect him to say something stupid about Kyrie Irving. Okay, that's cool. You know, he's cooned out anyway. We know that. Shaq is on the fence. He's borderline. Because he called Kyrie Irving stupid too. He called him an idiot for posting that link about that movie and then not, you know, whatever. And the reason why the reason why I point Shaq out is because of this right here. Shaq is condemning the movie and all of that, but here's the funny part. That very same movie was being played in one of his independently owned theaters. So Shaq needs to be quiet.
I mean, but could he have stopped it though? Because he's in the movie theater business. Could he have stopped the movie from being shown?
From on his in the theater that he owns?
Yeah.
Yes. But he allowed it to play. Again, the book was written in 2015 because I got the book in 2016. The movie came out 3 years after the book was published. It's been on Amazon ever since. Why say something about it now? Why have a problem with it now? And that's number one. And number two, Kyrie Irving didn't make any profit from posting that on his Twitter. I think it was Twitter, wasn't it? That he posted it on. It was some social media site. Anyway, he posted on his social media site. He didn't profit from that.
Who?
Kyrie Irving. He doesn't profit from that.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a link. He
It's
hasn't
just a
said
link.
nothing.
It's just a link.
By him posting it, does that mean he say go see it? He could be telling y'all not to go see it, or he could be telling y'all don't. But he hasn't said nothing.
I don't think
so
he
how
didn't
do y'all
post a
know
link.
what he feels?
They don't know what he was thinking.
Exactly.
That's just it. Which is why I say he did nothing wrong, and that's why I stand behind Kyrie Irving.
But then, okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I know what you just said about Shaq, but then again, I kind of agree with Shaq. It's because going back to the whole takeoff with the Migos,
yeah.
I would listen to Snoop Dogg the other day. When you get to a certain plateau in your career, there is just some people you can't be around no more.
I agree.
There are certain things you can't do anymore.
I agree.
And in this case of Kyrie, I hate to say this, but sometimes you will have to not bow down, but you'll have to limit your voice sometimes. And I know that's sad to say, but if the perfect example is Kirkpatrick Colin. All this man did was just stand up for what he felt was right. And he hasn't worked in the NFL since.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say nothing derogatory.
No, he didn't.
He just took a knee. An action. No words. He just did an action.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Kyrie. He didn't say not one word. He just posted the link.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree with Shaq. It's like when you're in this plateau of the what they call social celebrityism, if that's a word. There's some things you can do. There's some things you can't.
I disagree with that. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with that. Mm-hmm. Because if you are in the public eye like that, mm-hmm. you can reach more people. And you can influence more people in that public eye. Case in point, one of my heroes, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, used his platform as a world champion boxer to champion the cause for black people. Mm-hmm. Okay? Did he get blackballed in the boxing arena? Mm-hmm. They tried to blackball him, and and people actually paid money to see him get beat. Mm-hmm. Which he never did. Well, not very often. He started getting beat when he got older, but that happens with age. Okay? So, and another person, Jim Brown.
But look at the era you're talking about.
Yeah.
Call somebody this era now.
No, but there is nobody because
I can think of one person. I was a little confused why he did it, but I understand now after I saw his showcase on I think Netflix, David Chappelle.
Oh yeah, I kind of Dave Chappelle.
This man walked away from $50 million because of what?
Yep.
I get it now.
Yep.
I get it because they were trying to take his voice away from him.
Yeah, exactly.
And now he came back stronger and richer and better than ever.
Heck yeah.
But in this case, they're like more current now. Dave Chappelle is a comedian.
Yeah.
This is Kyrie's livelihood.
Yeah.
If he don't get out there and play, he don't eat.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure he got some, but I don't. It's just hard for me to fathom that you have to. I'm not saying change your ways or limit your voice or limit your celebrity. How you say it? Celebrityism, because people do look up for him. Little kids look up to him. Grown men look up to him. They pay money to go out there to see him.
Yeah.
So they love him. They buy his jersey. They buy. I don't know if he got a shoe now, but they do. They like him. They love him. And if he do say something, hell, okay, let me say this. If he was saying something about the link, what's the difference between him and what Oprah did the other day when she supposedly had jumped on behind and started saying she gonna vote for the Fetterman Act? Isn't it the same thing? Why is her voice more prevalent or more reassuring than what Kyrie did?
Now, what did Oprah do?
Okay, so Fetterman is running against Dr. O. Dr. Oz is the guy that she put on way when she had her show. Everybody thought she was gonna vote for Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
She ended up supporting Fetterman,
his opponent.
Then about they were like, oh my God, Oprah. Now all of a sudden, Dr. Oz numbers have dwindled because Oprah is a big name. Like I said, people use your own mind. Oprah is a big name. She back in Fetterman. Now Fetterman's back in the league.
Well, see,
so this is the same thing with Kyrie. Kyrie put a link.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference?
Let me tell you something. You saying that just proved my whole point. Oprah influenced everybody with her celebrity by not supporting Dr. Oz and supporting his opponent. Oprah did that. Why? She did it on the premise of her name and her name only.
Well, with her belief, she said she believed him. Some of his stands she
exactly
believed
my point, and that's where I'm getting at right there. So whenever you have an athlete or an actor or even a comedian like Dave Chappelle, they have a lot of influence over people. That's the perfect time. That's why Colin Kaepernick took a knee during the national anthem. It was a peaceful protest.
Action. He didn't say nothing.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything derogatory towards anybody. He didn't say fuck America. He didn't say none of that. He was just saying I'm just doing this for my folks because police brutality is getting out of hand.
Right.
That's the only reason why he did it. Okay? You had people in the military that were supporting Colin Kaepernick.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay? So they didn't have a problem with it. And so the people in the military were like, why y'all got a problem with it? I don't. I'm in the military. He's not disrespecting me. Right. I support him. So, but anyway, again, like I said, when you're a celebrity like that, you have more people that you can reach because especially black people, we hold our celebrities in high regard.
Right.
They're damn near like God to us, to some of us. Because the Beehive is humongous. But anyway, so I disagree with Snoop and Shaq and all the rest of them when they say when you're a celebrity you're supposed to be a celebrity and shut the hell up. No, if you have an opinion, express it.
No, they didn't say shut up. They just saying something you probably just need to limit yourself on doing.
No, you do what you
or
want.
going to different areas, speaking
I agree with you on that one.
different things. But what I'm saying, what's the difference between that and Oprah? Oprah did the same thing.
There is no difference.
So why is she not getting any backlash?
There is no difference.
Where's the backlash from her?
You won't see any backlash against Oprah.
Why?
Because it's Oprah.
See, that don't make no sense. It makes no sense.
I agree with you. But again, like I said, the only thing Kyrie Irving did was post a link. Now, I wanted to talk about Kyrie Irving and Kanye West in the same vein is because the difference between Kyrie Irving and Kanye West, they pretty much said the same thing. Only thing Kanye West said was that Jews control the media, which is true.
Yeah.
That's a given. That's a given. He didn't say anything anti-Semitic.
No.
That's not anti-Semitic. But what Kanye West did was he kind of went overboard when he started talking greasy about George Floyd. That was his downfall right there. That was his biggest downfall right there in black people's eyes.
Well, let's go back to the Jewish part. What's that little boy, David? That boy David, the one that Kim left him and started dating.
I forgot that fool.
He's Jewish, and so Kanye said that the Jewish something about the Jews got in Kim's head, which made her start Pete David. Which made her start dating Pete David, and after that, that's when they started saying he's anti-Semitic. Which I don't even know how that correlates.
I don't understand that either.
I'm like, I don't know if they were just looking to pick on him for some reason. It's just like everything that he's done or said, I don't understand why he's getting all this backlash.
Well, see, it's the same deal with Kyrie Irving, and the same thing with Nick Cannon when he said the same thing that pretty much Kyrie Irving was saying, that black people are the original Jews.
And that's what he just said. He never told nobody, here, sign this petition to sign up.
Right,
He
exactly.
didn't do it. So why are they getting backlash?
Because
my words are a powerful thing.
I agree with you on that one. But like I said, the reason why they getting all this backlash is because Jews control the media. That's the only reason why.
Yeah,
and that's a very true statement.
Yeah.
So I thought that they did Nick Cannon wrong. I think they're doing Kyrie Irving wrong.
And to me, it's just like, what was that we looked at? What is it called? Butt breaking?
Butt breaking. That's exactly what this is.
To me, this was it. Because when
they
want them to apologize.
Yeah, that's
apologize
butt breaking.
For what?
That's butt breaking.
If those are my thoughts, my opinions, why do I need to apologize for my thoughts and my opinions?
Yeah.
So that's butt breaking to me.
That's exactly what it is.
Either you're going to apologize or you won't play in the NBA. Either you're going to apologize or you won't have all these TV shows like Nick Cannon had. He was almost up there with Steve Harvey, all these different shows on.
Exactly.
But then when he did that one little sentence, all of a sudden all his shows started leaving. Like Wild and I got canceled for a while, but it's back now.
It's back now.
But look how long it was off.
Yeah, it was off for a minute.
Until he apologized.
Yeah, once he apologized, everything is good. They butt broke him.
Like they kid. Apologize, you'll come off timeout. No. I don't know. It just.
That's exactly what this is. I was about to say that, but you beat me to it. Thank you, baby.
And I just.
Thank you. That's exactly
It's just
what
like
this
if
is.
you was working and you went and had to fix this rude employee's computer, and he's calling you out your name.
Oh man!
Hurry up, nigga! Hurry up, mother! You black stuff. The whole time, and you just give him walk away and say, "Get your computer fixed yourself, bitch." Just walk away with that look. Or you ain't got to put the bitch. Let's say, "Get your computer fixed up by someone else." That's all you said. Then all of a sudden they come and talk about, "Well, you need to go apologize to because you hurt his feeling." Cause but the whole time he was calling you out your name and rushing you and talking to you like you crazy. Would you do it?
Nope. I just won't have a job, because that's just how I roll. Because I look at it like this: I'm not going to apologize for something I didn't do.
I don't get it either. I'm like, why are they apologizing? Why do they want him to apologize?
I don't apologize for shit that I don't do. If
and
I
with
didn't
Kanye,
do it,
I don't even think they gave Kanye the opportunity to apologize. Everybody just started canceling contracts.
Kanye West, see, like I said, they make an example out of Kanye West. That's the reason why he did that. They gave him this nigga wake up call, because again, Kanye thought he was untouchable because he was rich.
But if you think about it though, he had been saying some crazy stuff. I mean, it was
I agree.
It was a build up.
I agree.
It was a build up. All of a sudden, that volcano done erupted, and here we are.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Kanye West made his bed. He's laying in it. Plain and simple. I mean, sorry, Kanye. I mean, you got canceled by black people a long time ago, but that's just, black folks. I mean, you got a lot of folks out there saying, "Oh man, Kanye's a genius. He's playing chess, not checkers." No, Kanye West got his ass handed to him. Let's just call it what it is. Okay.
A spade.
Yeah. Don't say that he's making big moves, because he ain't making no damn moves. The only thing he's doing is canceling himself. That's on him.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, black people canceled Kanye years ago.
Yeah.
So we've been through with Kanye.
When he threw up in the White House with that MAGA hat on, and him and him and Trump sitting up there like they homeboys.
The second Kanye West said slavery was a choice, he was canceled right then and there.
Yeah.
And then it got even worse.
I don't want to be enslaved for 400. Well, really, we didn't have a choice, sir.
Yeah.
And we trying to get out there, rape our women, beat our men, hang us. So what choice do we have, Kanye?
Cut off the man's genitals, stick him in their mouth.
I don't think, God rest her soul, but I don't think if he had a signing board, I just don't think that this man had this many yes people around him. And no one in his family, an uncle, an auntie, an older cousin that can call him and be like, "Boy, sit your crazy ass down somewhere and stop all this bull you talking." He can't have that many yes people around him.
He probably,
there's no way.
Here's the deal with that.
You have black children.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You don't think nobody gonna be poking fun and bullying your black children?
Yeah.
No, cause they go to private schools.
Oh please, they're the worst ones.
Your dad is a nutcracker.
Nutcase, more like it.
I mean, cause it's like
your daddy crazy. Yeah, okay. All right then. If you say so.
He walk around looking like a bum. But those are his clothes he made that are worth thousands of dollars.
I don't see why.
Never buy.
Ain't no way in hell I wear that shit.
The moon boots he be wearing, them things are thousands of dollars. My little friend daughter has. I'm like, why did you even get those for her? But hey, that's her money. I ain't speaking on nobody's money.
To each his own.
But it's like, so he gonna be just like Michael Jackson. I love you. Hanging out the window trying to come on home. You could be like, nah, go on now, go on get.
Oh yeah, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson got his nigga wake up call. On Michael Jackson, I never did believe he molested those children. I didn't believe that. I thought that was just a big money grab, and it all came to light. It was a big money grab. When he was going to
court, he tried to come on home.
Oh yeah, when he went. Oh yeah, he was hanging out with Louis Farrakhan and everybody else. We can't get no blacker than that. But anyway,
I had something about Louis. Not you say that. Something about Louis Farrakhan. They was talking about Kanye. I want to feel sorry for him, but it's like I can't.
Kanye West makes it hard to feel sorry for him. He really does.
I'm not saying put a clothespin on your mouth and don't say nothing, but just every other day.
I don't have a problem with anybody saying whatever's on their mind. That's what freedom of speech is. Even if I don't agree with it,
absolutely,
it's cool. Even a racist bastard, if they want to come out there and say nigga, okay, that's your business, man.
That's their prerogative. That's their third. Was their freedom of speech?
Freedom of speech is a First Amendment right. You can say what the fuck you want to say. I ain't got to agree with it.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's up to me to either agree with it or disagree with it. I choose to disagree with that, but that's just my personal opinion. It's the same deal with the whole thing about the black Hebrew Israelites. I disagree with that. All black people ain't Israelites. That's just, because black people were over here in the United States before anybody even considered a Hebrew was even thought about. So you're missing with that one.
But that's how people think.
That's how and that's their thought process, and I don't have a problem with that. Think whatever you want to think. I don't care.
Right.
But I think that freedom of speech is slowly but surely going out the window.
Oh yeah. They did that with Roe versus Wade.
I agree.
Like, damn, I can't tell you if I want to keep a baby or not. I done got raped. So I got to keep a baby. I got raped by looking at rapist's face every day.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I agree with you on that one, man. Now, do I agree with abortion? No, I don't.
I'll say I depend on the situation.
But I will say this, though. If a woman wants to get an abortion, nothing should stop her from doing it, because she's the one got to live with that.
Absolutely.
Now, if you get pregnant because you just being a little hot ass and you don't want to have that baby, that's a whole different story. But if you get raped and you don't want to keep that baby, I understand that 100%.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm behind you getting an abortion.
I know you talked about this a minute ago.
Yeah.
Let's revisit this about Kanye and the George Floyd.
Okay.
I didn't like what he said at all, but I'm thinking he said he got that opinion from looking at Candace's documentary.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, I think it's George Floyd's child's mother.
Yeah.
Was going to sue him, and now the family is hopping on board to sue him, and now he's trying to apologize. I want to do he even know why he's apologizing or what he's apologizing for?
Well, he's apologizing for saying that George Floyd didn't die because of a knee on the neck.
What video did he look at?
I don't know what video he was looking at. And he said when he was saying mama, he was calling for his girlfriend. No, he wasn't calling for her. He was calling for his mother.
See, by statements like that, that's why I'm thinking the elevator not going all the way up to the top. Why would he be called?
Well, the thing of it is,
was his girlfriend somewhere standing around?
She wasn't anywhere in sight.
Exactly.
So, but anyway, with that being said, see, Candace Owens said that very same thing a long time ago. She said George Floyd didn't die from a knee on the neck. He died from a fentanyl overdose. And then she starts talking about George Floyd was a career criminal. That's neither here nor there. This man was murdered on national television. You get what I'm saying? 100%. The whole world saw this man take his last breath on television. The whole world.
But then, he did come back after, I think her name is, the baby mother name is Roxy Washington.
Yeah.
And she filed a $250 million lawsuit. And then he had the audacity to come back and say she just being greedy. watch your mouth then.
Well, you shouldn't
Watch
say what
your
you said.
mouth.
You shouldn't say what you said, Kanye.
But again, I asked, what video did he look at?
That was my question. When I first heard him say that on Drink Champs, I'm like, what video? What was he watching?
Even Candace say, well, she did a whole documentary dispelling the fact that it was drug overdose, not the cop. What video did she watch?
Exactly. What video did you watch? I mean, the autopsy report said that he died because of asphyxiation because of a knee being on his neck.
Right.
He suffocated to death.
Right.
Because he couldn't breathe. He was telling the man, I can't breathe.
Right.
I can't breathe.
I just think some people just say, Omarosa used to be just like Candace Owen back in the day.
Oh, I was going to bring her up.
And now she is pro-black. She's blackity black.
I was going to bring her up. I really was.
She's so blackity black. She even doing
she got that nigga wake up call too.
What's those shows I be looking at? My little you be like, why you look at that?
The reality show.
My reality show. She's even making appearances on there, so she's blackity black now. But what happened to you, Omarosa? When you and Donald Trump the best of friends, when you was on his whatever that show he had on, when you fired
The Apprentice,
and then when you got into the White House, you walk around like you own it. Now maybe they don't like it. They'll turn in your key and your badge. I don't think she can ever come back to the White House
They
anymore.
changed the locks on her ass.
And you know where she's living now? Atlanta.
One of the blackest cities.
Exactly. Why I said she's blackity black now. I mean, I think she flies back and forth, but I know she was in Atlanta because I was looking at her because she was on one of my reality shows. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, she got her nigga wake up call too.
But and she was just like this girl right here on the screen.
Oh yeah, she was, man. No, black people need to get a grip. No. Then all of a sudden, once she got locked out the White House, I was trying to get intel for y'all. I was the spook that sat by the door. Oh, now you're saying that shit. No, you wasn't the spook that sat by the door when you was talking about black people wasn't shit. So now take your ass on over there. Bye.
Oh man, I had a video on here that Louis Farrakhan was talking about Kanye West. He telling him don't bow down. And it said this video has been removed for violating YouTube policy on hate speech.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They do it to Louis Farrakhan all the damn time. He said it to Kyrie Irving too, because he was like saying, no, don't bow down, Kyrie. Don't apologize. A lot of folks are telling Kyrie Irving not to apologize. It's only the coon class is doing that.
Think he has
but
either.
the one person that I thought that wasn't going to be in his corner was in his corner. Jason Whitlock.
Dang, I thought we were going to be able to pay. Oh man, they said they took it down. Well, what did Jason say?
Jason basically said, man, Kyrie didn't do anything wrong. That's pretty much what he said in this whole thing. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, the hell freeze over? Do I need to call the Reverend to see if hell got snowflakes falling down or something? Because Jason Whitlock is backing Kyrie Irving? Oh my God, something's wrong here.
I'm telling you, it's time. It's time for people to recognize we have a choice. We have a voice. Yeah. We can't let just everybody silence us now. Come on. Our answers are far too hard for that.
And I agree with you on that point, man. Because like I said, I support Kyrie Irving. I put that on my Facebook page. I said I rock with Kyrie. I rock with Kyrie on this instance right here. Because in my opinion, he ain't doing anything wrong. I mean, because I post books up here that people might consider, oh shit, you should be posting that on the show. Well, guess what? I post them on here anyway. I'm not promoting them. I just say this is what black people should do.
Those are your opinions of books to read.
Books to read, yeah. You can do one or two things with those books. Either pick them up and read them or not.
All the other books they trying to take out of schools with this CRT, critical race theory, and trying to erase history. So you can't suggest a book for somebody to read. Yeah. Damn, they are taking away our freedom and liberties, aren't they?
And speaking of that, I don't know if we had this story on the show or not. There was a teacher that got into trouble that was telling people the books that are banned from certain libraries in the schools. There was a teacher that got into trouble for telling people where to go get those books at.
Oh no, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
Wow. So what did she get banned for? I don't understand.
Because the parents got upset.
that she was telling where to go buy a book.
Yeah, to go get a book. One of the ones, one of the books that was banned, and of course you already know the autobiography of Malcolm X is one of them.
I know a couple of Toni Morrison's is on there too.
Yep, The Color Purple was.
Bell, what's the lady? Bell.
For Whom the Bell Tolls, that was one of them.
No, the book writer, her name is Bell something. I forgot.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Like some of her books are on there. I'm like, so now you can't even make a suggestion. Now you can't even make a suggestion to people.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do? Just walk around with duct tape on our mouth?
Here's the thing about it, man. There was a book written by Ray Bradbury a long time ago. I think he wrote it in the 40s. It's called Fahrenheit 451. Okay. Now, to give somebody a background on this particular book, Fahrenheit 451 that's the point at which paper starts to burn. Is 451 degrees Fahrenheit. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the reason why that book was called Fahrenheit 451 is because in this book there was this police force, for lack of a better term, called firemen. And what they would do is they would go to people's homes and see what books they had, and they would put them out in a big old pile and set the books on fire. Okay, wow. Because they didn't want people to be reading and whatnot. They want to keep them stupid, for lack of a better term. Right. Okay, so when I heard about books being banned from the library, that automatically made me think of that particular book, Fahrenheit 451. And guess what? That book was on the list too. Wow.
I mean, so, okay, pull the books, no problem.
No, don't
they
pull
know
the books.
This thing that I'm looking at in front of me is a laptop.
Yeah.
On this laptop is this little button here called the internet.
Of course.
And there's a thing on there called Google.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody mention it to them, they can go right here and pull it up.
Pull up whatever book they want to pull up.
Go buy it off Amazon.
Well, this is my whole deal.
I mean, what's the use of pulling it?
This is my whole deal. Now, and I've always said this. My wife will tell you, she's sitting across from me right now. I am an avid reader. Mm-hmm. I got books in the bedroom right now. Mm-hmm. I don't think any book should be banned. No. Because I look at it like this. If I don't like the book, I'm not going to read it. It's my choice not to read it. Exactly. Right. It's my choice not to read it. I ain't got to read it. Okay? Don't sit up here and tell me you shouldn't read this book. I read what the fuck I want to read. You can't tell me what I can and can't read. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. That's stupid.
They in people's house, like when they took the Pledge of Allegiance out of school, they took prayer out of school.
Oh yeah.
They just going into people's households trying to tell what they can and cannot do.
Exactly.
And not paying not one bill.
And that brings me to another book that's also banned on the list. George Orwell's 1984. Now, that book, and two of his books are on that list. George Orwell's 1984 and Animal Farm. Both of them are on the list.
I don't think I've seen those. I read those.
Okay. But anyway, I've read them. 1984 was actually written in 1948. He just transposed the numbers to 1984 because he said in the future, totalitarianism is going to take over and Big Brother's going to watch every single move you make. Was he far from the truth when he wrote that book?
No, because that's what I was just talking about the other day. I just barely mentioned something on the phone with my sister. When I got off the phone, I had an alert to pop up, and it was taking me to it brought up that store that I mentioned. Mm-hmm. How the hell does that work?
Big Brother's watching you. They monitor every single thing. I could pretty much guarantee you that if I was to pick up my phone and I could say, I want some barbecue chicken tomorrow, I can pretty much guarantee you there'd be 6-7 different ads for barbecue chicken on my phone.
I saw this one. This lady said, "Oh, so Big Brother watching." So she picked up her phone and said, "What's that song? It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker." Mm-hmm. It's a whole lot. So I guess you wish that money got up there.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, so if y'all gonna be listening, put some money in my books. You know what I'm saying? Send me a check if you're gonna be listening like that.
Do something.
But yeah, that tripped me out. I forgot. I think I mentioned something like about Kohl's or something. The department store Kohl's. As soon as I hung up with her, twink, my phone bing. It was a Kohl's ad. I said, wait a minute, what the heck?
Yep, exactly.
And I went on the Kohl's link and I Googled them or nothing.
Of course not. It's getting to that point. Up in my alert. It's getting to that point.
So why you listen to my phone call, but you not listen to that baby who killed them people in your Let me shut up. Let me shut up. You didn't listen to that boy who went that grocery store kill all them old folks. Let me shut up.
Thank you.
Let me shut up.
Thank you. And he put that shit on Facebook.
You ain't talking about that millionaire who won that lotto out there in California, and he gave Ironside $2 million because of what?
Probably that wall.
Why?
Ain't no telling.
That's
man.
what I'm saying. So take care of that. Ask Ironside why he getting a $2 million tax-free dollars.
Good question.
From a millionaire.
Good question.
To do what with?
For real. Probably because
thought you was a politician. You can't take money.
No, you can't. You're not supposed to.
So
anyway.
What you gonna do with just $2 million?
Thank you.
So figure that out while you trying to figure out if I'm going to Coles or not.
That's too much like right, baby.
And it just astounds me too when something like this happens. All of a sudden they could put up all this dirt on the person after the damage has been done.
Yeah.
You weren't keeping up with this dirt along the way. Yeah, we saw where he had posted something, so that didn't raise a red flag to you then. And now he done killed up a bunch of people, ran over people. Come on. This government, man. I keep people saying, I'm just gonna leave. I used to think like that. I don't think I want to go nowhere else.
It's not gonna help.
It's the only place I think I would go is Canada, but I'm hearing Canada getting bad too.
Yeah, it's bad up there too. It's just as racist in Canada as it is here.
So I'm like, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't.
Yeah.
But it got to get better. I keep praying that it do, but it's like I said, tune in next week. We're gonna have some more episodes
I can promise
to
you
talk
we will.
about.
I can promise you we will. I can promise you we will, man. I can promise you we will.
So in the interim, let's kind of put a synopsis on this. What do you think, or what do you feel the direction that Kanye may need to go, or do he need somebody to go down to like I don't know who can talk to him, because people like Kanye, it's like they such a narcissist that nobody can tell them nothing.
Well, just answer your own question, because Kanye West is a narcissist. That's a given. That's obvious.
So he don't listen to nobody.
No, he's not going to either. Again, like I said, Kanye West, I agree with some of the things that Kanye West said. I disagree with a lot of the things he said. Okay. But the thing about Kanye West is that he's off and on. But when things are going good for Kanye is White Lives Matter Kanye. When things are going bad for Kanye is George Bush don't like black people Kanye. Okay? Things are going bad for him. Now he's trying to come back home to us. We don't want your ass now. You got canceled. And who can he listen to? The one person that he probably could listen to would probably talk to him. That's Brother Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I don't even think he'll even get through to Kanye West. I'm just being honest with you. Now you got Louis Farrakhan, who can walk through the worst neighborhood in Chicago and nothing happened to him. Okay? I don't think he could even get through to Kanye. Just being honest. So there's nothing you can do with people like Kanye. Kanye is just too far gone. He really is.
So do he not think that after you done lost all these big deals, you're pretty much like one of millions of black, if you call yourself a clothing maker line, whatever, that some of these high-end stores are dealing with, and now you done lost your contract with these people.
Yeah.
So where do you go from here? What do you do now? Oh, I know. He said he gonna start his own city. He said he gonna start his own world. His own world is gonna be called Yeezy or something. Then he gonna start his own like Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that. So he finna just take into account, he just finna start his own stuff. Well, and I bet you he'll have for my lack of better words, yes, I did go to college, I'm gonna say that he gonna have a whole lot of people follow him.
You're right. Yeah.
And then it makes me wonder what's wrong with those people.
Well,
or do they believe that he's okay?
Well, let me just say this real quick. I want to give, since you brought that up, that reminds me of something. There's a social media platform called 60s.net. I mentioned it last week, a couple weeks ago on the last podcast about this very same subject. That particular platform is 100% black owned and black operated. Black folks, if you sick of bullshit, Facebook, Instagram, and all the rest of those, by all means, get you an account here. You will not be disappointed, I promise. But anyway, back to Kanye. If he wants to start his own social media platform, I'm all for it. Start your own social media platform. Ice Cube tried. I forgot what the name of it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I forgot what the name of it was. I can't remember the name of Ice Cube's social media platform. I forgot the name of it that quick. But he had one. I forgot what it was called. But anyway, I don't have a problem with that.
And I hope, honestly, even though he's been banned for every social media, what's the guy who just bought Twitter or TikTok?
Elon
or whatever?
Musk.
I hope if he offer Kanye his account back, I hope he say no, because this man probably just wants you back to make him money. Because they know people going to be going there and log on to see what you're doing now, what you're saying now. And that's putting money in that man's pocket. So I hope he'll say no. Just keep with the course. If you're going to start your own, just start your own. And don't put no more money in nobody else's pocket, because that's what you're doing. With all these antics that you're doing, you putting money in other people's pockets.
And speaking of Elon Musk, ever since he's taken over Twitter, the people have, the use of the N-word has jumped 500%.
Oh, why there's no filters now?
There's no filters now, because white folks can get up there, they can call people all kinds of niggas and every damn thing else. And that's exactly what's going on now.
Wow.
There's no filters out there. So, but anyway, I just want to put that out there for people out there. So that's why I'm promoting 60s.net. Shout out to Jay of 60s.net. He gave us some props on his platform.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate that, Jay. So yeah, definitely, man.
So if before there was a filter where there was certain things you can't say, like I know you used to tell me you used to be in Facebook jail all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I remember my cousin, she's a big TikTok person, and she was saying they knocked off a TikTok for a couple of weeks. So why are there guidelines and stipulations then? So why did they release that? Why did they relinquish those guidelines? So now you're gonna do whatever and say whatever you want to now?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't know. I guess because Elon Musk wants everybody to be a little bit free to say whatever the heck they want to say, which I ain't got a problem with that. I ain't got to agree with the shit. Plain and simple. Again, like I said before, I could care less about what somebody else says. That's their right to say it. One or two things that happen. I'll either agree with them and rock with them, or I won't.
Devil's advocate here. You open up the walls. People can say what they want to. You know how many high school kids are on these computers, can go in the back end and find out where you live through your, what's it called?
I agree with you on that. That's a drawback to it.
You going back and forth this way, like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
They find out where you live
and shoot up your whole house.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword.
That's why I don't get on there. That's why I don't. You'll never say she posted. You a lie. You are a lie, and I meant to say lie. I'm sorry, Grant. I know you probably slapping my hand right now because we weren't allowed to say lie.
We weren't.
But if
either.
somebody said they ever saw I posted anything, they'll be lying to you.
Well, you already know.
Because I don't have none of it.
Well, you already know.
I don't post on none of it.
Well, you already know the first thing. What did my cousin ask me? What the first thing she came in the house? Was I in Facebook jail again?
Right.
Rachel, you in Facebook jail again? No, not today.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know, people are crazy. They can find out your, like my brother called me. I was just wondering, I got this piece of mail. I said, Michael, people can find your information anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
But he was surprised because they use his middle name. Where'd they get my middle name? They can find out your information. How do you think scam calls come around? I have so many people I get scam calls from. I had never been on their website. I have never dialed their number. But they somehow call my number every day, all day. I block them. They find another way from another number.
They use a different
with a
number
different name, and they call.
Yep.
I'll be like, now, didn't I just block you yesterday?
Yeah, exactly. They do.
So they
all the
find
time.
out your information anyway. So if they can find your information like that, they can find out where you live. And if y'all going back and forth too hard on these platforms, one of y'all probably going to end up hurt.
I don't go back. I don't argue with people on my social media. I do not argue with people because because if somebody asks me my opinion on something, I give it to them. Now, one or two things can happen. You can either agree with my opinion or disagree with it. If you disagree to the point to where you want to keep on going back and forth, I just cut you off. Plain and simple.
Well, where's the judgment? Who's holding these people accountable? Like, how far can you go?
Again, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know, but like I said, ever since Elon Musk took over Twitter and fired all those people,
that's sad to them people right here at the holiday.
Man,
right here at the holiday,
man.
talking about all the email subject lines gonna have the same thing, but when you read a little further, it'll let you know what department to come to or to tell you to have a nice life. What kind of?
Wow.
That's professional. Okay.
So they got fired via email.
Via email.
That is fucked up.
Yep.
I meant to say it like that too. That's all kinds of
Right
fucked
here at the
up.
holiday. It was a big company who did that last year. What was that big company that did the same thing last year? I'm like,
Oh yeah, they did do that, didn't they?
that's
And
just-
it was this one company the year before that called a whole bunch of people inside of an office, inside of an auditorium, and said everybody here is fired.
and he was on Skype or something, on Zoom call or
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
everybody on this
yeah.
call no longer has a
Coward.
job.
That's a coward.
I'm like, ain't that about a bitch?
That's a coward. Well, I just pray that. I hate for anybody to lose, but sometimes, like that old adage say, sometimes you have to fall to get back up.
Yeah,
And to see if you can make it and grow and be stronger again.
yeah.
Hopefully, this will be like you said, a wake up call for Kanye.
That's exactly what this is.
And he can get it together. Because again, I'm gonna say this again, Kanye. You have black children.
Yeah.
You have black family members.
Well, I don't wish nothing bad on Kanye at all, man. I don't wish nothing
No,
bad
but he
on Kanye.
needs to realize
But
what the effect that he's doing is a domino effect.
yeah, exactly.
Not just on him. He got family members, children,
Yeah.
fans who go hard for him. They might get ate up because they agree with him. It might get hurt in the process. It's a domino effect. Like I said, no one should be silenced for their thoughts or
I
their
agree.
opinions.
I agree.
But sometimes, in essence, just to keep down the monarchy, keep it to yourself.
Well, it depends on what
Keep
it
it
is.
to
I mean,
yourself.
because like I'm like I said, I'm a big person to say, hey, say what you want to say, man.
But in this essence, like I said, Colin nor Kyrie said nothing. It was an action.
Yeah,
And look at their downfall.
yeah. All because somebody didn't agree with it. All because somebody didn't agree with
And
it.
people these days are so sensitive. You can't say nothing to nobody.
Man.
They'll try to sue you or get up in your face. And like I saw on CNN, this one man, he didn't even know how to say. He said, "You fucking nagger. You ain't nothing but a nagger." What's a nagger?
Can't even talk.
Is he trying to call him a nigga?
That's exactly
Or
it.
a nigga? What are you trying to call
It
me
don't
here,
matter. It's the
sir?
same word.
And he done heard somebody else say it, and he just think that he was free and all willing to say it, and you're about to get your head knocked off. Cause that man picked up his rake, cause he was in his yard. He picked up his rake and knocked the hell out that man.
This is all I got to say about
So you
that.
want to get beat up for calling somebody out their name? You go right ahead.
This is all I got to say about that right there. And I gotta thank my wife for this right here. Don't give their word any power. You know, I gotta thank my wife for that one.
Not at all.
But you got some people out there that ain't quite grasped that
They
concept
haven't
yet.
yet.
So you gonna mess around and call somebody a nigga, and you gonna get your head
You
knocked
get
off.
Your whole head. Talking about what's that road? Now that's his head rolled down.
Oh,
the
that's his
street.
head rolling down the street. Shit. You know what happened? He said he called me a nigga. Oh, okay, all right. And while I'm at it, I get so sick of people saying, "Oh, I didn't mean to say that." That's bullshit. Because if you said it, you meant to say it. It wasn't no accident. You meant to say exactly what you said, because this is how speech works. You think it, your mouth says it, you meant to say it.
It's in your repertoire.
Exactly.
It's not the first time you use it. If it roll off your tongue that easy,
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Yeah,
not
you
the
did.
first time you done
Yeah,
used
you did.
it.
So stop saying that bullshit. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Because
you
you wouldn't have said it if you didn't mean to say it.
I know some people, we can't say stuff in the heat of the moment, but you go to the word like that.
Yeah.
I know some of us do say stuff to hurt each other, but that's the word you gonna use.
Exactly.
Call me a fat bitch, but that probably won't bother me either. Cause yes, I've been known to been saying I'm a bitch, and of course I'm fat. So try something else.
Yeah, that's all you got?
try something else.
Come on, you can do better than that.
I just wish things could just kind of get curtailed, because it's like now like we were saying earlier, race is on race, like your book. We're killing ourselves. We're killing our own culture, and this is the part that I don't understand. It's like when somebody get the best of us or doing something a little bit better than us, we get the big head, and first thing we want to do is pull out a gun. Why? I know we have become, especially Texas has become so relaxed on gun laws, because I saw this study that they said out of 15 people, if you're in a room with 15 people, it's best believed 12 to 13 of those 15 are packing. That is unfathomable to me. Made me wonder, do I need to start packing? But it's just some people who elevator is not clicking, they don't need to be walking around like that.
Well, let's get back. let's get back to the black on to the whole thing about black people killing each other. The Migos thing. Takeoff.
Yeah.
Sad he lost his life.
Absolutely. R.I.P. brother.
Yes, indeed. I mean, he lost his life over some bullshit.
Yep.
He wasn't even the target. Yep. That's the sad part. He wasn't even the damn target.
I don't even think, was it a target? Was somebody just shooting?
It was somebody got into an argument over a dice game.
Well, yeah. But see, the guy that they was doing the dice, he walked away. So how did this baby end up shot? Because the boy walked away. He wasn't even in the same direction. Totally
it was somebody shooting. It was somebody shooting at random. Recklessly shooting, and they shot some innocent people. Takeoff wasn't the only person that got shot.
It was like two more females or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He wasn't the only one that got shot. He was just the only one that lost his life.
Yeah, he the one who passed. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, that right there. I hate to see our people. And let me just say this real quick. I'm a big advocate of don't call it black on black crime. Call it stupidity. That's exactly what it is.
No, how you said the other day. Say how you said the other day.
Nigga shit. That's pretty much what it was. It was some nigga shit. So, and I agree with Shaquille O'Neal and the rest of them say that certain places you don't need to go once you get to a certain status. And I agree with them on that. Going to an illegal dice game and stuff like that, when you're a superstar, you don't need to be there. Let's just be honest. You really don't need to be there for what? You're not gambling. You don't need to gamble. You got money. What you gambling for?
They were though. He was.
I mean, he was gambling, but still, come on, man. If you want to gamble, go to Vegas.
Well, to me, I shouldn't be violated or held, captive because I want to go back to where I grew up and show love to my,
I'm 100%
to my HOA, to my quote unquote hood or whatever.
Right, I agree
but
with
I shouldn't have nobody in my hood that see or might be having that crab in the barrel syndrome in the back of their mind and try to get at me.
I agree with you on that. I'm with you on that. I agree with you 100%.
Just give me your resume. You never know. I probably can put you on my camera.
Exactly, man. I put you on. I put you on, man. If you need some help, shit. I got some clout. So definitely. Each one teach one.
I could be connected to somebody. You could be looking for a field. I know somebody in the industry that could probably help you.
There you go.
Just stop assuming. I said that's
give you
one
a
of
help.
the things
Get
I'm
your
going
hand
through.
up instead of a hand out.
Stop assuming. Just stop thinking what you can or hating on somebody. It always ends
and that's
up
the one
bad.
thing that. We talked about this before on the show. I don't wish no hate or envy on anybody. I look at it like this: if another black man or black woman is prospering, go ahead, brother and or sister.
Absolutely.
Knock yourself out. Hey, help somebody else get to where you at. That's all I ask you to do. But
what's that old saying? Each one teach
one. Yeah.
Grab each other by the bootstrap, grab a hand, bring them up with you.
Yeah, bring them up with you, man. I mean, come on, man. It's that simple. But again,
is that a mentality? Or is that common sense, or is that a mentality? Like a mentality, like you should already know that.
You should already know that, in my opinion, because I'm really big on helping another black man. I mean, because like when I see a black person coming up in the IT field, which I've been in this field for almost 30 years now. I try to tell black people certain things that I've learned from experience because I've been in the game for so long, and I try to help them out, which is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help somebody out.
Yeah.
I mean, because this person's a greenhorn. Hey, this is what you need to do, little man.
Right.
I take you under my wing to show you what I've learned over the years. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help somebody up, pay it forward. Because I was a greenhorn myself at one point in time. Nobody helped me out. I had to learn on my own because they didn't want no niggas in that field at that time. Plain and simple, they really didn't. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. But it is what it is. But I help people out whenever they come in this field. I tell people all the time, man, hey, this is what you do. You're supposed to help somebody out. I learned that from Elijah Muhammad. Not personally, but I learned that from some of his philosophies and some of his speeches. You help a brother out. If you're not going to do nothing, and I also learned from my grandfather, he said, if you're not going to do nothing, help another black man, don't do nothing to hinder him either. Get out of that crabs in the barrel shit, man. I mean, come on, don't try to pull somebody back just because you down. That's stupid.
Well, I don't know. We say this all the time on this show, but every day it's like I don't want to become a hermit, but I'm slowly becoming a hermit. I don't want to not go somewhere because I'm thinking something might pop off, you know. I want to continue to go out and live life, enjoy life, go to concerts, go to comedy club, go to the movies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to go, but I'm thinking it's a grown and sexy thing, so I'm hoping the grown and sexy would be grown and sexy that night.
There
but
you go, man.
You don't know. It's a lot of us already just
buck wilding for no reason.
Exactly.
Come on, man. You got grandchildren now, man. Why you still acting stupid? You ain't in your 20s no more.
But you'll be surprised, though.
I agree.
Like I said, just watch out for yourself. Be there for one another. Just take care of one another. In this world, if we don't take care of ourselves, who's gonna take care of us? But in this situation, the topic of the show, it saddens me.
I agree, man.
Our ancestors fought hard. Now, I'm not gonna say everything we say is gonna be legit. Everything we say is gonna be 100. There's gonna be some money on some. It's gonna be some like the last show we did. I told Kanye to suck a dick because he was talking about Lizzo. That's that man's thoughts. If he thinks she's overweight, she needs to lose weight, blah 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 blah. Just like Aries Spears, that's their opinion. But that's my opinion. I think they need to suck a dick because ain't nobody talking about y'all how mental illness have made you say some of the stuff that you said, or maybe that's just how you feel. Maybe it's not even mental health.
Well, let me just say this about. I'm glad you brought that up because I have my opinion on that too. Let me just say this about that. There's no denying the fact that Lizzo is hellified talented. I give credit where credit is due. Okay, she's hellified talented. I don't mind if she's a big girl. Hell, I'm married. I'm married to a big woman.
Absolutely,
a beautiful big woman. That's who I'm married to.
Come on, man.
Shit, I'd be the first to tell anybody that.
Who you love is who you love. Don't worry
exactly.
about nobody else.
I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with anything else, man. But you know, the only thing that I have against Lizzo is that every time you turn around, she got her ass out. That's the one thing I don't like about that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, come on, man. You know, sister, come on, have some decorum about yourself. I mean, you know, whoever.
But then again, that's her.
That's how she is. You know, I ain't gotta like it, but you know, it is what it is.
Right.
But on the other side of the coin, I don't think anybody should be talking negatively about her.
Right.
Because you can sit up here and say, "Oh, it's promoting unhealthy behavior in black women." No, it's not. To be honest, in my personal opinion, it isn't.
It's not. It's an area, like I said, it's just like a booty hole. Everybody have an opinion.
Yeah.
But am I gonna fault you for having an opinion? But what I feel like is riding on the is tipping that line of negativity. And being an insult,
yeah,
I'm gonna have an opinion.
Oh yeah, when you start trying to put somebody down, yeah, I got a problem with that.
Exactly.
You know.
But like I said, I said that about him a couple of shows ago. But did I mean it? Of course. Am I gonna apologize? Hell to the no.
Yes, you shouldn't.
But I don't think, like I said, I really wish we could have seen that piece about Farrakhan was telling Kanye, don't bow down. Kyrie, don't bow down. If they tell you that you gotta apologize before you play again, call up Colin and y'all stand y'all ground. Don't do it because they kept telling him to get that shot. He never did. Look, he playing today.
Man, and like I said, that's what got me looking at Kyrie in different light. Now, I disagree with that flat Earth crap. That's another subject.
There's a lot of people don't say that though. He's not the first one.
Nah, he's not. He's not the first. Ain't gonna be the last. But anyway, I mean, that's his opinion. He's entitled to it.
Right.
I ain't gotta agree with it. Now, as far as him not taking the jab, okay, cool. Because I ain't took it, and I ain't gonna take it. But anyway, that's another subject.
That's probably why I'm coughing.
Whatever.
Probably why I'm coughing today.
She ain't got nobody's COVID. Come on, don't believe her. She ain't got nobody's COVID.
I mean, you know, God.
But anyway, Kyrie didn't take the jab, and I respect him for that. Brother, I'm with you. You know, it is what it is. But anyway, and I'm with Brother Minister Farrakhan. Stand your ground, brother.
Right.
Stand your ground.
If that's your conviction, yeah, don't make them make you do nothing you don't want to do.
For real, you ain't got. Don't apologize.
Okay, but would you look at him different if he did? Kanye or Kyrie, either one.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's either apologize. It's either don't apologize and starve, or apologize
But in essence, neither one of them go stars.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, because
Kyrie lost $18 million last year because he set up for not taking a shot.
And he didn't care.
And he did not black an eye. You didn't see him working at McDonald's on fries. He wasn't your barista at Starbucks.
Come on, man.
He was fine.
Yeah, he was.
So I'm thinking Kanye would be he will be fine.
Oh yeah, Kanye and Kyrie both would be just fine if they don't apologize.
I haven't seen where Colin works anywhere, and I'm pretty sure Colin is fine.
Oh yeah, Colin is cool, man. He wants to play football, but I
feel like he should too, because he has a very gifted talent.
Oh, I agree with you on that one, but
I saw his story too, and he worked for that.
Man,
all that what they call people he worked hard for that talent that he has.
Yes, he did,
so,
man.
Yeah, he needs to show his talent.
I love the afro he got though, boy. The afro is man.
It's different.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, man, yeah.
So you wouldn't hold them accountable if they apologize?
No, I wouldn't. I would know why. I would know the reasoning behind it.
Right.
But
you gotta eat though. Like you said, you gotta eat. Even though that's a metaphor, I'm sure none of them is hurting.
I agree with you on that.
Like a common man metaphorically like me, speaking, I need to eat.
Metaphorically speaking, I mean, I can understand why you would, get buy down and get buck broken. I get that part. But for the most part, I will understand perfectly if they apologize. I would understand it.
But you know what? You know why I wouldn't hold them accountable? Because in essence, when it first happened, they were unapologetic.
Yeah.
These people are making them so they but how you think
they're feeling threatened.
No, they butt breaking.
Butt break them, yeah.
They butt breaking them.
Yeah.
And that's the resort that they had to do to get them to do it.
Yeah.
Because in essence, they were standing true to their convictions. Mm-hmm. And that's what, for lack of a better word, those people do. They try to get you and beat you down to where they just can't beat you down, where it's going to hurt either your pockets or hurt your character, which is so asinine to me.
Charleston White, I don't know if you ever listened to him.
I do, and at first I thought he was a coon, but he broke it down. He talked some good stuff.
He broke it down, man. Some good stuff. He really does. I mean, he broke it down when it came to the Kanye situation. He said it's kind of like when you take, back in the day when during slavery, you take that big burly slave, and they put him out in front of people, and you beat him, and you whoop him, and you whoop him, and you whoop him, and you whoop him until they break down. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what's happened to Kyrie Irving and Kanye West. Mm-hmm. And just like you said before, you took the words right out of my mouth. They're buck breaking them.
Mm-hmm. Like when it first happened, the media started in on Kyrie. Even the media started on Kanye too. They always put that microphone in his face, and he always say something asinine. But with Kyrie, the media was pressuring him, and he was like, I said what I said.
And that's what I loved about Kyrie. Kyrie was like, because that, I remember the reporter kept on saying the movie you're promoting. He said, I'm not promoting anything.
Promoting nothing.
But you're promoting. No, I'm not promoting anything. The only thing I did was post a link on my social media. I'm not promoting anything.
And that's Mm-hmm.
And they kept on saying, but when you kept promoting, I'm not promoting anything.
Like they wanted him to admit that he did. Yeah. Or he said something.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
Didn't say anything.
But you were promoting. No, I'm not promoting anything. Then he just got tired of him. Does anybody have a basketball related question?
Right.
Next question, please. And that dude kept on fucking with it.
Right.
And he stood his ground. And I said, that's what's up, Kyrie.
Exactly. That's what's
up. You didn't do nothing wrong,
after
bro.
After that, people start calling the NBA commissioner, and I guess he gave in because I'm pretty sure the
NBA commissioner is Jewish.
I said some Jewish person that's probably, because he probably looking for the NBA factor, but then his cohorts, which is the Jewish people, probably told him, oh no, you got to do something about him, and that's probably why he did it, because at first it went on too long for him not to do anything.
Well, again, like I said, man, he's not promoting anything because that movie's been out since 2018.
And that's why I don't understand why. Again, why is this coming up now?
I asked that very same question.
Is he the first person to put a link out there for that movie?
No.
Why is this coming up now? Oh, because of who he is.
That's exactly it.
I'm pretty sure he's not the first.
He's not the first celebrity to do
that.
There's lots of celebrities that promote that I'm not gonna say promote, that posted the link to that movie. I mean, even when the movie came out in 2018, people were actually promoting it then to get people to watch it. But it's been 4 years. You ain't gotta promote nothing now. Mm-hmm. It's already out.
It's already out there.
When you promote something, that means you got something that's coming out. They're promoting Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That's being promoted because they want people to go watch it. This movie is already out. Been out since 2018. 4 years. It's not. It's past promotion stage now, so it's not being promoted.
I think they just trying to get back at him because he pretty much made a lot of people look
stupid.
I was gonna say crazy with this
stupid.
whole
call it what it is.
With this whole shot scenario.
Yeah.
And they kept telling him that he gonna hurt in the end. They can't believe he's being so defiant.
Yeah.
And now look, not even a whole year later, we're walking around with no mask.
Mm-hmm.
Got the arenas filled back up.
Yep.
And he's right back on the floor
doing his thing.
So what? So he pretty much made all the people who just went to the extreme about trying to make him do that. He made them look foolish in essence.
That's the problem.
And I think that's probably why they trying to, what they call it, this get back. Cause this here, this has no terms of that this man had to be suspended, had to spend some of his own personal money, and now they trying to make him apologize.
How many times?
I think this is a get back tactic.
Now, how many times have I told you that white supremacy don't like to take L's?
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Mm-hmm. Because white supremacy is taking all kinds of L's now because of that situation right there. Mm-hmm. He did not get the jab.
Right.
And I can promise you, he's not the only NBA player not to get the jab. They just kept their mouth shut.
Mm-hmm. Or someone bought fake cards.
There you go.
And then I remember this one, was he in Miami? He bought a fake card from a girl that works at a doctor's office. He promised to help her get a BBL. That's a makeover where they take the fat from your butt and put in your butt and all that.
Right.
He reneged, so she squealed. That's how they found out that his card was fake. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't the only one that had a fake card.
Of course not. I can promise you he wasn't. Mm-hmm. I can promise you he wasn't. But yeah, this is a get back at Kyrie Irving, man.
I think
he
so
made
too.
everybody
Now that we talking about it out loud, because I don't see no other rhyme or reason. Like I said, this man has
didn't do anything wrong.
Not one word. And like I said, it could be somebody who's controlling his social media platform. He probably didn't even do it.
Well, even then, man, even if they did post, even if he did do it, what difference does it make?
Exactly.
It's just a link. You could do one, two things with that link. Either watch the movie that he's suggesting or not watch it. Completely up to you.
They make it saying he's out there in front of Madison Square Garden with a bullhorn.
Talking about,
yeah, like you need to see this movie. It's about. He's not did any of that.
No, he didn't.
And even when it was brought to him in an interview question, he didn't expound on it or anything.
No, he didn't.
So how did we get here? Somebody just explain that to me.
That's a good question.
And you trying to make him apologize? What is he, 3?
Oh,
did he throw a rock at somebody on the playground and now he needs to apologize?
That's exactly it.
For doing what?
Ain't that it? Come on now.
I know they got power. I've been hearing that today. Please don't come for me because I have nothing. But I've heard Jewish people, they are some powerful people. And you can't say nothing, do nothing, look at them or anything. But please leave these men alone, especially Kyrie. Kanye,
well, even Kanye.
You know, to an extent, I can please leave him alone too. But definitely Kyrie, leave Kyrie alone. See, I say that about Kanye because Kanye runs his mouth too much for me.
Yeah.
Shut up. Kyrie had not uttered a word.
Nope.
Nothing. He was trying to put water on the fire, talking about, okay, let's move on. Just trying to diffuse it. Y'all keep bringing it up.
Yeah. Because he had moved on. He was ready to go on and couldn't say, hey, screw
And now
this.
they trying to get, that's what I'm reading here. Now they trying to get Kevin Durant in on it. Now Kevin Durant talking about that he think he wants to leave the Brooklyn. Because he probably feel like that Kyrie is not going to come back. And I feel him on that.
I can't say I blame Kevin.
I don't.
I'm being honest with you because
that was one of the reasons why he went to Brooklyn is because
of Kyrie Irving. I agree.
He didn't play with him last year because y'all made him sit down because of the shot.
Yep.
And now y'all finna make him sit down because of this link. And Kevin's like, man, I'm out of here. Y'all got too many issues up here in Brooklyn. Is that Jay-Z team? Ain't the Brooklyn Nets Jay-Z team?
He owned a percentage of it. It wasn't his team.
I know it's not that much though.
No, it's not.
Probably a lot more than him. That he probably like a little 1, 2, 3, 5%er.
He owned like 7, maybe 8%. But like, you know, that's just like we have stock in company. We own 2-3% of a company. Mm-hmm. So you can say that we own AT&T.
You can send an email. It's not like they're gonna do a thing about it. They be like, okay, yeah, I got this email here from Reggie. We're gonna go by what he said.
Nah, I'm sorry. I ain't making no big moves like that shit. But anyway.
Well, shout out to both these brothers. I hate that they're going through this. You know, and in my heart of heart, I hate that Kanye is losing the way he's losing. But
you know
like
what?
you get maybe and did like every now and then somebody need that virtual boot in the back of their ass, not the back of their ass, crack of their ass, and maybe this is his crack and his ass crack booting, kicking.
Well, like I
his
said,
wake up call.
Well, like I said, you know, Kanye West basically got that nigga wake up call.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat it and say this, that, and the third because that's pretty much what happened. Mm-hmm. Kanye got the nigga wake up call because Kanye was talking reckless against black people, had been talking reckless against black people for a minute, and now all of a sudden, since he got canceled by black people, he is now trying to come back to black people, and black people said, "No, keep your ass on over there."
Right.
Slavery was a choice, remember?
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
so you know, I hate that it's happening like that for him, but you know, it is what it is. Kanye, you made your bed, lay in it.
But if there's anybody out there in Kanye West family, y'all need to have an intervention.
Yeah, pull his coat, man.
Get an intervention with him. Be like, brother,
pull his coat,
we ain't
please.
calling you to ask you for no money. We're not calling you to ask you to help us start a business. We're calling you because we are concerned about you and your well-being.
Yeah, pull his coat.
Play back some of the stuff he done said and let him listen to it and see him saying it. And explain to him, this is not healthy for you or your children or your family. Do you need some help? Because the way he's talking, he needs like a 30-day facility treatment somewhere. I don't know.
Remember when Dave Chappelle took the little sabbatical from comedy? He went to Africa, and he just went there to clear his head.
Woosah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Kanye West needs to do. I mean, he ain't necessarily got to go to Africa in a place like just go
he
wherever.
He probably need to, so he can realize.
Take it home.
You are very blessed with the shade of color of your skin.
Yeah.
You have opened up doors and been indoors. A lot of people would dream of getting in.
You're absolutely
and you
right.
pretty much just walked like in those Spike Lee movies. You just glided right on in.
Yeah.
Because of your name, because what you have put your name all those years before, your name stood for.
Right.
And what people thought about you. That's how those doors were open for you.
There you go.
But now you done made an ass out of yourself with some of these statements you're making and some of these naysayers, yes masters that you have in your corner. And now you need to be brought back down reality. So maybe he do need to go to Africa.
Yeah.
He just take a break and just do some spiritual healing, cleansing, something.
Right.
Because I get tired of seeing him in the news saying some crazy stuff. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, for me to buy you a mirror, you must have been pretty prolific. Because, I'm not like a big person. I just don't buy stuff to be buying stuff. You had to say something and mean something. And to hear him now, and I'm just thinking about his children, and your mother will always have that stigma on her name, but your mama and your daddy shouldn't have no. You know what I'm saying? One of the parents should be sane, but I guess she's trying to clear her name up too. But I don't even know no more.
Yeah. I wish. I hope Kyrie don't take this. I hope Kyrie don't bow down to them people, man. I just really do. I don't think that he should. Bow down, because again, I don't think he did anything wrong. And as far as all those black celebrities that's pretty much throwing him up under the bus, obviously you never saw the movie, so fuck y'all. Y'all should be helping their brother out and supporting him, because I look at it like this: Jason Whitlock can support Kyrie Irving, of all people. Now he's a coon. So there's that. But anyway.
Well.
And as far as Kanye West is concerned, man, Kanye, you just need to have somebody in your corner that's not going to be a yes man. You need to have somebody that's going to tell you that, man, you fucking up. And
every family has one of those people.
Oh yeah.
Every family. I know my family. I have one.
I'm married to mine.
I said, it's my sister. My sister give you a wake up call. You be like, what the? But every family has, and I feel in my heart of heart, he has one of those people.
I agree.
If he gonna take their call, probably not.
Probably not.
But he needs to listen to somebody. He needs to listen to somebody. Well, again, I'm not a big political head, but Tuesday, people, if you can, get out there and vote.
I would never tell anybody not to vote.
It's a real big.
It's some big elections out there.
Some big elections coming Tuesday.
I would never tell anybody not to vote. I would never do that. I would never do that. I would never do that. I mean,
but I would say
be strategic with your vote.
Look at them yourself.
Yes,
don't let strategic. No celebrity.
Come on now.
Influence you on who to.
There you go.
Choose.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Do your homework. Vote strategically. Mm-hmm. Plain and simple. If you think this person is going to help out black people, vote for that person. Don't vote for that person just because somebody told you to vote for them. That's stupid. And don't vote blindly just because they're a Democrat, because that's bullshit too.
I remember for a long time my dad was like, just go in there and punch straight Democrat ticket. I was like, well, now sometimes all that don't work sometimes.
It hasn't worked.
It don't work all the time.
It hasn't worked. Shit. But anyway, be careful out there, y'all. Just do your due diligence, do your research the candidates and all that good stuff. Make sure that person that you're putting into that particular political office has your best interests at heart. Don't just vote for somebody just because they're Democrat. Don't vote for somebody because a celebrity told you to vote for them. Do your due diligence, do your homework, figure out what their politics are, figure out where their head is at.
Right.
Then vote for that person.
Right.
Don't just vote blindly. That's dumb too. That's not why our ancestors bled and marched and everything else trying to get the right to vote.
Right.
Okay, that's not what it was about. Don't vote just be voting. That's dumb.
Right.
But anyway, be careful out there, y'all, man. Just do your thing. Do your thing. Do what's in your best interest.
And don't forget, Friday, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, the movie is coming out.
Forever.
Are we going to see it?
That's what I had planned to, yeah. I said it's going to be a long weekend.
Yeah, because we got the...
Are you working? Because it's Veterans Day Friday. Are you going to be closed?
I think we're off.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's closed.
So I said all the movie theater probably going to be crowded.
Probably so. Because that movie's coming out. It's really... It's being heavily promoted.
I know.
Now, that's a promotion, y'all.
Yeah, on every channel, every... talk shop, like, damn, there's nothing else coming out but this movie.
That's a promotion, y'all. See, that's what a promotion is to that reporter out there that was saying that Kyrie is promoting the movie. That's what a promotion is.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving only posted a link. That's not a promotion.
That's not promotion. Mm-mm.
So don't get it twisted with your dumb ass. But anyway,
yeah,
good show, baby.
Absolutely.
I told you it was gonna be a monster. I knew this was gonna be a monster. I knew it was gonna be a monster. Oh, we got the phone lines fixed, so I guess next week we can take calls.
Yeah, probably come on a little bit early, like we normally do, about 6:30.
Yeah.
Oh, Sunday.
Sunday.
We should be okay.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get up a little. I would love to hear some people's thoughts on everything that's going on in the world. There's so much going on. Oh my God.
Man, it's gonna be some
from Ukraine to the cost of eggs. We across the board with something going on.
Yeah, while we on the air, man, let's talk about that real quick.
About what, Ukraine?
No, the inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
okay.
Let me say this, y'all. I went to the store yesterday, to get a few things because the wife asked me to.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't know, there's only 3 kinds of soda that I like to buy. I like to buy Dr. Pepper, Pib Extra, and RC Cola.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to go get some RC Cola. Baby, tell them how much I paid for that shit.
$7.99 for a case of 12.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
$7.99 for a case of 12. Well, them things would be like $3.50 a case. That's ridiculous. You pay double for one case.
That's more than double.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so, me being me, and my wife is telling me about the price of eggs. Me being me, I'm curious. I said, babe, let me go. I'm curious. Let me go see. Those are my exact words. I said, I'm curious, isn't I, babe? Mm-hmm. I said, I'm curious. I'm going to go over here and check out these eggs. How much are those eggs, babe?
$6.49.
For how many?
18. No, was that a dozen or 18?
No, that was for a dozen.
Yeah. And what's so bad about it, it's the store brand. It's not Eggland brand. What's that other popular brand? These are the store brand. Yeah. Yep. That's why I said there must be some golden goose's eggs.
So I told my lovely wife
Saturday
that when we get our house, we're getting some chickens. We're gonna get a rooster and about 3 or 4 hens. So that way eggs won't be a problem.
We need to. I remember my brother was saying that. He said, if anything come to shove, I know we'll be okay. Cause we were pretty much raised on,
I was raised in the country. I was raised in the country, so I know what to do.
So,
right.
But it's sad though. We gonna go back to growing our
and
own food.
I tell people all the time, man. You know what? And this is what I found this out. I think a year ago. Mm-hmm. If you buy, let's say you buy a tomato, and you save the seeds out of the tomato. Some places will put you in jail for that shit.
Yeah.
How stupid is that?
Yeah. They feel like you take it away from the farmers.
How we taking away from the farmers that are growing their own tomatoes?
Because you growing your own, you need to go in the store and, that cost and demand, go buy it so that farmer can get paid.
But the seeds are here for me to grow my own shit.
They're trash. Just like seeds. I love, my aunt on her patio, she was doing herbs.
Yeah.
And lemons. She take the seeds from the lemons and all that. Yeah. And then I think they told her she couldn't do that on her patio. I'm like, damn, on your own personal patio? Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to have me a garden. We're going to have us a small garden. We're going to grow little stuff my wife loves tomatoes. I'm like, put some tomatoes out there, put some onions out there, some cucumbers.
Collard greens, black eyed peas.
Yeah, all that, man. Watermelon, purple hulls, all that, man. Shit. Corn. We're going to put us a little garden outside the backyard. Me and my wife have already discussed this so we can have fresh vegetables.
And if God bless us with abundance, we'll let you come over.
Exactly.
One bag. No more. One bag.
If we have too much, hey, man, it is what it is. We'll give it away. We ain't going to sell it, Yeah. But we're gonna do that.
It's getting scary out here. It's just
it's sad too, man, because everything is going up.
And that takes me back to that story. I know we need to get out of here, but it takes me back to that story. You're trying to implement slavery, and here we are trying to come with enough money to buy a carton of eggs. Come on,
now
this is slavery, sir.
Now, I ain't gonna put our business out there, but between me and my wife, we make pretty decent money.
Yeah. Thank you, God. Thank
you, Jesus. Exactly. I agree with you on that. We make pretty decent money. Now, you got two professional human beings out here making blah, blah, blah amount of money a year.
And we complain about buying
some damn $7 eggs, and $7 soda, $8 soda, and $6 eggs. Come on.
That's just, it's ridiculous. That's price gouging to me. I'm sorry.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that, but I just had to say something about that, man, because I thought that was ridiculous, man.
And I tell people they think I'm lying. I'm like, I'm not lying. I'm in the grocery store, and I'm looking at a carton of eggs for $7.
Yeah.
And here and then I started looking. I'm like, the little 6 carton is $3.99.
That's $4 by itself.
So if you divide 6 by 4,
that's 24. No, what? 6 by 4.
You're paying almost $1 per egg.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
89 cents per egg. Well, we used to get a whole carton for 89 cents.
Yep.
My grandmother had chickens. She used to keep the egg cartons.
My grandmother did that too.
She would fill them up with them beautiful brown eggs.
Oh yeah.
They had that beautiful orangey yolk in it that was so much healthier for you.
Yeah.
It made all your food taste divine.
Come on, man.
She sell a whole carton for $1.
But let me tell you something.
So now you talking about half a carton is $4?
But let me ask you a question.
I don't get that.
Baby, let me ask you a question. You're a country girl just like I'm a country boy.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you agree that free range chickens taste different than the shit you buy in the store?
We had chicken today for dinner. I really don't do a lot of chicken, though, do I?
No, you don't.
I don't do it because I was raised with this chicken today. Like, even though I put some seasoning on it and I put my little twist to it, I can still taste that tangy. Like,
I tell folks all the time, man.
It's not the same.
I tell people this all the time. I grew up in the country, man. The chicken that you buy in the store and the chicken that you raise yourself, it tastes different.
It's different. You can tell. You can really tell.
Yeah. You can really tell the difference between greens that you buy in the store and greens that you raise yourself. The taste is different. Same deal with watermelon. Watermelons that are actually farm raised are sweeter than the shit you buy in the store. Those seedless watermelons you buy in the store. They really are. Because we had some watermelon at your family reunion, didn't we?
Homegrown. I didn't even know they were homegrown.
And that watermelon was, oh man,
they were so good.
That watermelon was the best watermelon. I had it that good for watermelon in a very long time.
Yep. And we went over to my Uncle Gabriel, and they gave us some of the yellow meat. Ooh. And that came from a man who grows them in his yard.
That was good.
Good.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
We gotta get back to that because you don't know what they putting in food these days.
No, you don't, man. No, you don't.
You're taking your chance. First of all, trying to come up with the money to buy the food, and you take your chance on eating because you don't know what they did to produce the food.
Exactly.
So it's like you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't.
Exactly.
And they trying to come back up with slavery. Man, you don't get out here with that bull. That's crazy.
I agree.
So I'm pretty sure if those, it's just me prophesying and my melanated thoughts. If they try to come up with those, laws and put slavery back on the ballot and people vote for it and it passes, they might be losing a lot of citizens out their state.
I agree.
It's just me.
People gonna move.
But who
out.
gonna stay?
People gonna move
now, unless they don't have enough. Unless they just don't have a pot to piss in or no way to get out.
They'll find a way.
Leaving.
Trust me, they'll find a way. Even if they piss poor, if they're piss pot poor, like my grandmother used to say.
I'd be like, I'm out of here.
I hitchhike.
I am out of here.
I hitchhike. Shit. But anyway. Yeah, that's that right there, man. It's going to be a mass exodus out of those states if that comes into play.
Let's just keep them prayed up, baby. If they try to do that for Texas, I'm out of here. I always thought I was born and raised and down here, but if they try to bring that down here, I'm out. I am out. I cannot fathom going back to slavery just in honor of my ancestors. Why would I want to participate in that? No.
That's a good point, man.
I went to school too long. I studied too hard. Stuck paying back student loans to get education. No. Because you think you have more power over me, or you have a better higher position that you can make those kind of positions. That's the best thing
because
you think about is slavery.
Because you think you know better than me.
No.
Nah, man. I'm sorry. I'm good. Well, see, that wouldn't work anyway, man. Because there's a lot of black people out there that would probably what? Slavery? Are you serious?
You talking about a race war then, baby.
Shit, man.
Tear this whole city up. You know, it used to be a state called Texas.
Yeah, used to be.
They done tore whole Texas down.
Burnt that son bitch all the way down. Shit.
Who would want to be a slave?
Well, you got
I don't care if you try to make it as less degrading as you possibly can. Just the word slave. No. Hell no.
Well, that's how they feel about the situation, but it is what it is.
Whoever vote for it, they need
if anybody votes for that, if anybody black votes for that, something wrong with them. That's all I got to say about that. If anybody black votes for that, something wrong with them.
I'll be back to that black on black crime, crab in the barrel syndrome. Because I know, there are some black people who just don't like black people. That's just keep it 100.
I agree.
But I won't want them to be no slave.
I wouldn't wish slavery on anybody, to be honest with you. Even racist ass white people. But I will say this though, if you hit me with that whip and I get that whip and I hit you with it, it
ain't gonna be one time.
Nah, it ain't. That's what I used to always wonder what would happen in a situation like that. If I took that whip and hit your ass with it as hard as you hit me with it and bloodied your back up, would you do that to somebody else again? Probably not.
Probably not. And you gonna have flashbacks when they did it to you.
Said, damn, that whip kind of hurt. Oh, you think?
But just keep us all. Just keep this world. And like I said, subscribe.
Yeah, by all
notification
means,
button.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have some more to talk about.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. Hit up the email address, melanated@yahoo.com. This one needs to be changed. I have to change that. But
there's some little blue button popping up. They trying to shut us down.
A blue button? Where?
A little flash in the right hand corner. Keep flashing.
Oh, it's probably the logo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably. There's a little logo back there. So, but anyway,
I don't know. They be shutting people down because I'm still surprised they don't took this video down of Farrakhan. Baby, that's what I'm saying. They all up in your mix about stuff. This man was just pretty much giving his opinion if he could talk to Kanye through the airwaves.
Or Kyrie.
How is that hate crime through what?
That's not hate crime, man.
That's what this.
I mean,
what this
well,
said?
they've always had in for Brother Minister Farrakhan anyway. They've always had in for him. They've been trying to get to him for a long time. He's just an elder
speaking to the younger people.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what
that's
most
all
elders
he is.
From my understanding, in the African tribe, that's what the elders are supposed to do.
That's what the elders are supposed to do. You're right.
So now they're trying to limit his speech to talk to his younger men and women.
Well, think about this.
That's crazy.
I mean, think about this. Not just in Africa, but in Black culture in general.
In general, yeah.
Because my grandfather would pull my coat if I was acting a fool. Come here, boy. They ain't what's supposed to be doing that.
That's why I said, don't get me wrong. I talk to y'all. I associate with y'all. But people my age, y'all can't tell me nothing. Older people, I would sit and listen, talk to them. How many times you see me on the phone with my aunts and stuff? I would sit and talk to them because, first of all, it's that wisdom, that guidance, and it ain't nothing but genuine love. They not trying to compete with me.
Think about this.
They not trying to show hate toward me or hate on me. They just giving me their undivided, wholehearted love advice.
Think about this
wisdom.
though. Think about this. Before we got married, you used to talk to my mother for hours. When we would go to Oklahoma City, you sit up and talk to my mom all night long.
You be in there sleeping, and her be in there talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's wisdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that wisdom. You learn from someone. Like I said, there are some people who have, like my age, that has that oldism, like that wiseism. That I might listen to you, but to just, what so and so said.
And I'm with you on that. I've always been. I've been told I have an old soul. I've been told that on several occasions because, hell, you told me that a few times. But and I'll admit that I do. I have an old soul.
A military.
I have a militant
persona.
soul. I have a militant soul.
A military persona.
But,
like you've been in the military.
Yeah, I mean that's mainly because of my stepfather who was in the military. I got that from him. And on top of that, my grandfather, he was never in the military, but he was a guiding force in my life.
And then with your kung fu stuff.
Yeah, with my martial arts, I got the discipline.
Arts,
yeah. The whole thing about that. Yeah, that
takes discipline.
That takes a whole lot of discipline.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, and I love talking, spreading wisdom to the younger generation. Case in point, just like last night when I went to go see my niece, my nephews and my niece perform, I gave them my wisdom as a former performer myself. I said, look, this, that, and the third. This is what you need to do next time. This is just a suggestion. You ain't got to do it, but this is just a suggestion. Right. I suggest you do this, this, and this.
And they can take it, heed to it, or be like, oh, school don't know what he's talking about. But at least you did your due diligence and you told them.
Yeah, exactly.
You shared it with them. You shared it.
I shared it with them. Yeah, I shared it with them. I said, hey, from my personal experience, this, and this. So, this is what you need. This is what I would do if I was y'all. Good show overall, but this is what you need to do and improve. Absolutely. There's always room for improvement no matter what you do.
In everything you do.
In everything you do. So, that's pretty much what I told him. I wasn't trying to browbeat him. I didn't browbeat him. I said, hey, good show, but this is what needs to happen next time. So, but and hopefully they take it to heart. Right. I wasn't trying to beat him up. I didn't criticize him at all. But anyway,
proud of him.
Oh, I was proud of him. Oh man, yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna have to call my sister-in-law and get there. She's pretty much the manager to the group, and get them to call into the show so we can talk to them.
Absolutely.
Ask them a few questions and whatnot.
Especially with them being young people, I would love to see what they're experiencing, what they're going through.
No doubt about it. So
these kids, they're on a different plateau than we were. Very different plateau.
Oh, no doubt about it, man.
Well, another show, Mr. Reggie.
Oh yes, indeed, Miss Mimi. We loved. I love doing this show with you. I mean, we need to get more consistent. I'll be the first to tell anybody that, but life happens, and sometimes we either forget or we're doing something else. Okay, me.
Let's keep it 100.
Whatever. But anyway, we're gonna try to be more consistent, y'all. because, like I said, we both enjoy doing the show.
I do. I like to let people know what I've learned, and like I said, I wish more people would get. Well, now that we got the phone lines back up and running, people can call in and just let us know. I love hearing people's thoughts on different situations.
Yeah,
because
me too.
They probably can say something that made me be like,
I didn't see it from that perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Look at it from a different angle.
I used to love when Nash and
Leslie,
then your other friend, what was his name?
Dexter.
Yeah, I used to love when they call in and talk. Even my brother done call in and talk. Just different perspective than some of the ones that used to be in the chat, like shout out to Gwen and stuff like that. Used to be in the chat and say little things, because everybody, like I said, has an opinion. Everybody do, and you can't knock that person their opinion. Everybody's thought process is not the same.
I agree. But
Might be similar, but they're not the same.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because like that's been a few times that Leslie will say something that, or I will say something that Leslie didn't agree with, and vice versa. Right. It happens. That's just the way it is. You know, just look at it from a different perspective, and then he'll give me his perspective, and I give him mine. And that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you call dialogue.
That's called dialoguing, man. Because you know, I respect his opinion, he respects mine.
You don't do what I say. If not, you have to apologize. Oh
no, that's bullshit.
I can't even imagine what Kyrie is thinking right now.
Kyrie is over a barrel.
I couldn't even.
Kyrie is over a barrel right about now. He really is. He's thinking, should I apologize or shouldn't I apologize?
You probably thinking, Lord forgive me. So he probably like, why are people fucking with me?
That's exactly what he's thinking.
Why are they fucking with
That's
me?
exactly what he's thinking.
All I'm trying to do is go here and run up and down a goddamn court to get this ball in this motherfucking hole. And these people are fucking with me because something a line that I posted on my thing. Why these people fucking with me? They ain't got nothing to do. Why is gas almost $4 a gallon again? Man. Why is eggs $7 a quart? Why is bread $5 a loaf? Why is milk $5 a half a gallon? Not a full gallon, a half a gallon. Why we don't have any resources over here that we can call our own? Why are we still sending money across the water? Let's start there. Why y'all fuck with me about a link that I put on my social media page? They got the right one. they got the right one. Cause they would have been like, they'd be like, God, let her go.
Yeah, let's let her go, man.
Just let her go. She got too many damn questions. It's okay. Let her go.
And I tell them flat, don't look at me. I'm the one married to. Don't look at me.
People you need to be trying to worry about, you don't. And that's the part it makes me question this government in general. Now, government, don't send me no letters. Don't mess with my job. Don't do that. I'm just stating my opinion. But if somebody could call me from the government and explain to me why y'all mess with the little man. Kyrie is just a mini of a big pond of fish.
He's an employee.
Exactly. So why
a
y'all
highly paid employee, but an employee nonetheless.
But y'all mess with him. There's y'all didn't mess with Epstein like this.
Oh.
Y'all trying to mess with Trump like this, but it's not going hard like this right here. Y'all still trying to find stuff on Trump, but y'all pretty much got Kyrie within the last couple of days. But it's taking y'all years to find Trump, and he's right there in Florida. And now he's touring the country because he's thinking about running for president again.
No, he gonna run again.
So why y'all messing with Kyrie and not this man to make him answer for what happened on January 6th? And why is it taking y'all so long to convict them people from January 6th? This going on what, year 2?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all done pretty much sold Kyrie up in the last 5 days. Answer that. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with my paycheck. Don't cut off my social security when I get older. But if y'all can answer me why y'all done pretty much sold Kyrie within the last 5 days, but this January 6th and all this stuff is still open and pending. Why haven't y'all found Breonna Taylor killer? Why haven't y'all charged those police officers for that? What's taking y'all so long to convict the other people who was standing there looking at this man put his knee on George Floyd? Now, why those other officers haven't been really tried and true yet? Why is that? This little stuff like that, I'll be okay.
Let me tell y'all
and
something.
I'll go to sleep.
Let me tell y'all something. That's my wife right there.
I'm sorry. It just when you mess with a little person, it makes you look like an evil person. You call yourself trying to do something. In essence, you're not doing anything.
You're not doing anything for the greater good. Put it like that. How about that one?
So I like I said, I don't know Kyrie. Kyrie ain't paid me. Kyrie ain't paid this show. I'm just standing up. I'm just saying, why y'all mess with this man? Y'all took money out of his livelihood last year.
Yep.
Now you finna take money out of it. He's missing 5 games plus $500 million. No, $500 million. He got paid $500 million.
That's how much? I thought it was 500,000.
They said they want to give $1 billion to the Jewish something. Yes, I could be wrong, but I know it's 5 something, and I think it's 500. I was like, no way that man had it. He ain't got that kind of money. So
if it was 500,000,
it must be 500,000. Okay, yeah, I know it's almost $1 million, so it must be 500,000.
500,000. That's half a
But
million.
even still, that's a lot. Why
That's a lot of money, man. Even
but he got to by himself. That's crazy.
That's out of his pocket.
That's crazy. Plus 5 games. He gonna miss 5 games.
That's gonna hit him in the pocketbook right there. But anyway, see what y'all did. Y'all poked at the bear, man. Now she's on a roll.
Just leave him. Let's just let the man play. He's not the first one to say something crazy on his social media. He won't be the last.
No.
But like I said, I know there are some powerful Jewish people in this world, and they'll get you. They'll get you. But come on, what he said, y'all, that shouldn't hurt y'all feelings that bad. I'm sorry. That shouldn't hurt y'all. Maybe it did. Everybody's feelings are different, you know. But this man, I'm sure he married and he's a father. How you think they make his kids and stuff like this? Is
man,
crazy.
they don't care. They don't care. They could care less.
Find out why this weather is bringing all these thunderstorms and done tore up half of East Texas down here in Texas.
And not to mention Southeast Oklahoma.
Off in some parts of Oklahoma. Figure out why this
Shout out to Idabel.
this weather, we supposed to have a handle on it so bad. Why y'all can't explain here in November we're having tornadoes in November?
Shout out to Idabel. That's part of my hometown. That's close to my hometown anyway. But shout out to Idabel. Hope
Let's
y'all
go ahead and get off. I'm finna get high. I'm getting high. You know, I stay cold all the time. Here I am taking off my robe because I am literally hot.
All right, we'll get up out of here.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, we're gonna get up out of here.
If I hurt anybody's feelings, I apologize in advance. But that's not the motive of this show. It's called Melanated Thoughts. I'm giving my thought because I see there's a lot of injustice in this world for the small fry in the pond.
And that's why we're doing this show.
And it don't make no sense.
That's the reason why we're doing this show.
Nobody has answers. When you look at it, be like,
that's the reason why we're doing this show.
But then when they come, they think you be barking all big and bad.
Yeah.
Where you need to be barking at somebody like a Trump or the one who got his finger on the button over there in Japan. Let's bark at them. Leave this man alone.
Well, that's that. Let's call it a night, baby.
I'm Reggie O. I'll be the lady.
I'm Reggie O.
We out of here.
We out, y'all.
Bye.